And I am live. Time to do some sharing and stuff. Hello, hello, hi, next. Sharp, yeah, this was a last chance qualifier game between like Hunters LFO who beat us to get into it and Elevate. Elevate is a very well renowned Southeast Asia team. So, what happened was that we lost to Hunters horribly. So, just by qualifying, they were guaranteed around $7,000 and they came fifth, I think. So, they got 10 or $16,000 prize money or something. If they would have won this game, they would have most likely won the whole event also. So it was quite crazy. This will take a couple of hours, then I'll come back to you. We'll play some more Company of Heroes and all. I'll just begin in a couple of minutes, guys. You sleep early today? Oh, I don't know how much of my stream you'll understand or you won't understand. Acha, anyways, I'll start. So,
available early for Element in the first
I
half.
have
On
only skimmed
defense,
through
Ying
this
Dockerby
match
taken off
like
the
a
board
little
does,
bit here
of
and
course,
there.
now mean that
So like I'll see some stuff. I'll figure some stuff out with you guys. Then I'll give my own take on it. Like what went right, what went wrong. Next, what to do to be in a pro team like me. I'm hardly in a pro team right now, bro. Like I get it, second best in Asia, but like just be good at the game. Your passion will make a way for you. No other way to say it. Okay, so one of the things that will come up a lot in this Villa matchup is how to clear out these red stairs and 90 hold when there's an aviator defense as an attacker. Because you will see eventually that they are doing a setup, light setup, statuary and bedroom side, but they are not doing much with it. They will fall back
now,
rather
obviously,
quickly.
it hasn't been.
I will open up my pen. Yeah, I'll open up a highlighter. That will make it easier for me to explain also. I do not like WOD reviewing on Twitch at all. It's a nightmare of a player. Live streaming, sure, it's cool. But otherwise, God. So, like, this angle, he was not even thinking of making it, but he decided to make it later on. So, all of this is signifying that it's not really their plan to hold that part of the map. And now look at how UG has started to, like, encircle, you could say, or how they spawned or how they will push. So they spawned all across the map, which is good for confusing the enemy on what you're going to do next, but it does eat away a lot of your time. Venpai here will chill, he'll scout a bit in bedroom, watch the basic setup, get an idea. All of that is okay, but because they are playing this 2-3 split type of play, what happens is it wastes a lot of time. They will eventually have to decide where they have to push, and the teammates will have to rotate there. It does cost you valuable entry time. Hello Rattler, hello buddy. Dude, now you are here, now I can focus on the word review thing. Thank you for joining. So yeah, UG, I keep calling them UG for some reason. So Monkey Hunters now decides that they'll push bedroom. Their ace is still just proning scouting or something steady side. Maybe if he can breach a wall, get a cheap breach, then that is also okay, because there isn't much to be done with the ace in this site anyway. So now you'll see the problem that MH will encounter very very soon. It's a basic red stairs hold. They have Azami on red stairs, the trap to cut off the angle. Vama is playing there with utility. Then 90 Azami traps will be there to cut off the angle. All of this is a very box standard hold. This is nothing new. There is a very simple way to fix this. I'll explain this like next round when they actually try to solve it. Or wait, let me explain it right now only. Hold. NP fam just here to support. Thanks man, Rattler. Thank you. So fixing this is very easy. So first I'll try to explain what the crossfire here is all about, how it functions, and how, like, what are the pros of it and where the downfall of it comes. So the crossfire is that the guy on red stairs plays with utility and nobody can come into this door. There's a crossfire from where barcode.elevate is playing, and there's a crossfire from where 90 guy is playing. So a lot of teams, what they do is they try to spam utility and try to enter in from this door. Now I find it to be a very complicated and messy solution. Is my pen visible on stream? Can somebody confirm it? It's not. I'll have to desktop stream, I think. Hold up. Display capture. It's capturing the wrong display. Better. Okay, next, it's not visible, huh? Cool. Should be fixed now. So yeah, I'll draw all this up again. So how the crossfire works, you are the local team of Shaheens or international team of Elevate right now. You are trying to push aviator games. The crossfire here works in a simple way. That is, one guy who is a like utility catcher will play red stairs. he will have crossfire from a guy playing behind a shield. In this case, it's barcode.elevate. So these two have an angle here. Then the third guy who is on 90 has an angle on the trophy door or board door or whatever you like to call it, right? So the best way to fix it, which I find nobody doing, is to simply start with a 90 rappel. Okay, like see what happens here. So MH really did not drone it and see the problem. They went in for it directly because nobody was in trophy. Tolji knew that he is very safe. Aruni trap is there, so he just swung with full confidence and got 2 kills. Round pretty much at this point is over. So I can skip this round and everything. But to fix it, let me get a better camera angle in this. Do I open blueprint? Let me open up a different round where you will see Azami traps also that they are putting down. That will help you understand it better. Then I'll go back to round 2. It's not a very tough fix, honestly. Yeah, this is a better camera angle. I'll wait for him on his Azami traps. Then I'll show you. Like clearing this out, you know about this thing called parsimony's theory. The simplest solution is the best solution. The more you try to complicate it, the more you mess it up. So to solve this kind of fold in which there's a 3-way crossfire, first thing that I always recommend is the moment you drone, you see a red stairs hold, any type of hold, whether there's a shield here, Azami trap, anything, whatnot. Go get a guy with a claymore to rappel 90. Cut off this guy's crossfire. Where healthcare OG is playing, cut off that crossfire. Now what happens is that Azami trap that he has placed, he'll place another trap here so that he can get some one-way angle to trophy door. So the moment you cut off that 90 crossfire, all you have to do is spam flashbangs on this guy, and then you can run in here. 2 people, 3 people, you run in here. The moment you take control of 90, all this fancy setup comes down to BS. Absolute BS, because then it's a simple peek for you and you have the advantage, because his head will peek like, you know, whack-a-mole, a game of whack-a-mole. He will peek 1, 2, and it's your kill. All this utility, all this crossfire comes down to nothing once you take control of this hallway. After that, if you clear out this guy on red stairs, then you can deal with the shield and etc, yada yada. But if you don't clear out this 90 crossfire and don't simply walk in through the boar door, fox door, trophy door, whatever you like to call it, and you keep hitting your head, smashing your head against the wall on this part where I crossed, it's worthless. It's worthless. So this thing I don't find many people doing, but when you start doing it, you'll be able to bypass this crossfire from maps very quickly. So in this round, okay, like this round is perfect showcase. Venpai later on will decide to go on 90 rappel, but it will be too late. Let me hide the highlights now, so you can watch. I'll open the caster's mics
Very
also.
much prepared for this push from Stat Trophy. That is for sure. That is apparent.
What if he doesn't peak at all? Okay, so like various options could be considered. The more complicated ones could be from like pushing him from below, but pushing him below is tricky because it's too complicated, right? And there's cover with him usually. What you can do to get pick below instead is kill his cover who's playing piano hall, but that does not fix the problem of red stairs at all. So if you want to clear him, once you flashed him, once you are able to take control of 90 and your people are able to storm into the 90 hallway, the long hall, or like I don't know what the fancy callouts of it are. After that, you can proceed to nade him, and when he tries to fall back below, your best bet is to kill him below. So that is one way. And if he still doesn't die, if he still stays there, then Hasib is there. Hello Hasib, what's up? Pushing him from below is the way, but there will be a player bottom red or piano hallway for sure to save this guy. Yeah, see, there will be a guy in piano. There will be this guy playing red stairs, but problem is even if you push him from below, na, with 1,000 types of crossfires also, all he has to do is watch bottom red stairs, and his push-up is being watched from the maps guy. So pushing him from below does not work because the gunfight is massively in his favor. Imagine if he's playing a shotgun there. There is no way you are killing him. No way. Now if you think of more complicated setups, hey, I'll open living wall, hey, I'll nade him from there, this and that. 1,000 things go wrong there, maybe some idiot drops 90 hatch, whatever, and it all messes up. So what UZ does in match point of this, this very game, I saw it properly. So yeah, I mean, Yeah, like nading him from 90 hall is better than nading him from living. And like pushing him from below is such an easy gunfight for that guy. It's a choke point. He has the height advantage. He has the knowledge that they are going to push. Nobody can push him from above. And in siege, when you know that there's no crossfire on you, you become a god suddenly. Send a guy to lurk. Like I would say, getting a pick on that piano guy is good ancillary thing, but it takes too long. Open landing wall need from that plus combo with the guy pushing below. Yeah, you can do that, you can nade, but the ultimate point that I'm trying to get at that we all miss is to just take control of 90 by bypassing him. You flash him, you get him to stop peeking, you take control of 90, you nerf his presence basically. That is the part which everybody misses. My own team misses that point. MH misses that point. Shaheen's misses that point. International teams also miss that point. Right.
Study side.
And then there's also another problem, Rattler. You see that people like Shaiko, the way they pre-fire on that breach, no, the Fox Wall breach, they just shit on you all over the place. Yeah, if you have 90 he peaks, you have the advantage then. You are forcing him to peak. But you have, if you have to push up the stairs to kill that guy, then he has 1,000 types of advantages. But at least, so like Rattler, your own team's example I have. Basically what happens is that what happens? You guys bypass all of this by pushing steady, and later on you send 2 people trophy door and you kill that guy in a crossfire. This shield on maps is useless. So that is my 2 cents on it. How to bypass that push is to basically take 90 rappel, push that trophy hallway, make that guy peek into you, then you can comfortably nade him, flash him, do whatever. If you're trying to push below and all of it becomes a very complicated mess. If you want to kill that guy in piano, who is the ancillary crossfire of that guy, that is good, but that doesn't solve the problem. I'll go back to the starting of the ward so that I can continue on with my structure. I won't mess up my structure. But seeing you guys all chat in chat is amazing. Rattler, you guys are rather very disciplined, bro. Various instances of this match, when I'll show you, you guys were amazingly well disciplined. I'll skip first round now. My point has been made sufficiently clear. You see the Sazami trap also now. See, are you supposed to win a gunfight against this guy by pushing him from below? No matter what you do, it's supremely complicated. Like Occam's razor theory, that parsimony theory that I was talking about, no, the simplest theory is usually better. So if you can push in from trophy door, take control and then comfortably nade him is much better than doing all of those complicated shenanigans, opening up the living wall, pushing below, killing piano guy. 1,000 types of shit you can do, but you ultimately end up dying. Okay, moving on to the next round. So Tolji is playing smoke in closet. He should probably die. Does he have ADSs? He has a mute jammer, but maybe Vamai magnets. And Frost is doing a proper setup below because again, like the meta that I have seen recently is
very
people
weak for the rest of the round.
like to cheaply hold steady and fall back, but always play below because the direct bedroom push is really strong right now. Once you are able to pressurize Astro, there's nothing you can do as a defender, honestly.
Does actually lose his life. That one.
Where does Ape even die? Oh, he killed him below, right? But where though?
Oh, this is so cheeky here from Speakeasy over towards Art. Doesn't find anyone on the balcony peeking out for a don't. Told you is in a little bit of trouble.
Sandy walks up red already.
Okay, push up red.
Speakeasy, buddy. Hello, buddy. Speakeasy. Wow. Speakeasy is an international Oceania player, and he's nowhere. A barcode, you can do whatever you want, but the lurk factor is real. You know, Haseem, you countered this thing long ago when you figured out, hey, I can just put a frost mat on red stairs and down Jittery or Sandy when they push up that part. One frost mat to counter big lurk. Cool, Haseem, we'll watch it together. It's good. Your input is also valuable to me. Oh.
Way too slow on that roam. Needs to be quicker.
Wow.
Like this round is basically Sandy killing that guy below and he rushed up red. and there's no barbed wire, nothing. So it's like, what are you going to do? But Hasif, you will say that Sandy single-handedly won him the round, but the rest of the team is distracting the others fair and square. No, Hasif, think of it this way. Think of it this way. Hold. Wait. I'll show you where teamwork comes in. It's all about perspective, right? Mute the casters. So these two guys, they're completely distracted by UG throwing all the utility and all on cement door on the triple wall, right? If they were not doing that and these guys are able to predict it, then what do? Nothing, right? If the distraction is good, even with a barbed wire, they'll win. Sandy will win this fight because the distraction is there. 4 people are distracting with 15 types of utilities. Smoke and Azami was distracted. Yeah. Okay, I'll move on to next round. Next round is actually, I guess, like Hunters should have adapted a bit. They did the same thing twice. It's a bit complacent. It's the amount of complacency that I had making a poll on Twitter that which match should I review first and then not reviewing it for 5 days next. Nishant Mathu, Mr. Shalker, hello, what's up? Shalker, Hunters lost it 1-2, but the score was insane. So they won Villa 8-6, they lost Border 6-8, and then Clubhouse they lost. So Elevate almost lost. Yeah, Sandy did the entry, that is true, Hasib, but they facilitated it. And when your team is facilitating the entry, it becomes easier. So you don't need to rely 100% on your aim and crazy whack-a-mole stuff. Okay, so this round, the fear factor has obviously worked. Tolji is not playing smoke with improper utility in closet anymore, which is better. This Azami trap, like, it's such a meta thing, you all of you know that it's there, but you can't do anything about it. So this got it, cool. No mute jammer. They have a mute. What? Okay, that Azami has God syndrome. Azami cannot be killed. I think another Flores will go there and that won't also go get it. Vishik Anand was so good. Now I can join pro team. You are already in a pro team. You were in the LCQ. I mean, your supporters, the ones you support were in LCQ. So what do you mean? If they have lack of flares, then you would also play with them for sure. I know. Hibana will get it finally. I hope there's no God syndrome with Hibana. Jesus Christ. Oh wait, Sandy is dead. Where? I think I know what happened. Speakeasy is playing Echo inside Aviator. You know what? That screams that, hey, I want to kill the lurker, bro. Please let me kill that lurker. Let me just self-drone that guy, see where he comes from, and let me kill him myself also with the best gun on defense. Sure. Overkill. Yeah, that's what I said, Rattler. 8-6, you win Villa, you lose Border 6-8.
It is an opening pick though for Hunters. That confirms. So Tolji falls. But Healthcare trying his best to deny these protections.
Yeah, you guys tried on Clubhouse, but it's okay. Like, eventually this team goes out. So Speakeasy is like, I will not let you lurk around this time. That impact trick should not work if he breaches the bottom part of it. Rattler. That is an Avim play. Where is it showing the... This overlay up top is bugged AF. That green line means nothing. Rattler, that is an Avim play. I need to type it out also, bro. Like jumping a window and pre-firing the left side in the middle of jumping, no. Like, nah man, that ain't it. Don't do it.
The util's still standing. Good trade though, so Vampire now steps up in the frag department.
What do you mean? Every scrim I played with him, he does this thing of jumping and pre-firing left side window. Stone door pick, that's so common. Yeah, I know, that is true. Like, I'm just joking, but it's a very 50-50 type of play, you cannot guarantee success on it. That alone factor is also true.
Chrome eventually maybe looked to push up backstairs. Silence though, he tried to push through. He loses his life.
I get it, you guys do it every time, but the 50-50 factor that is there, like I as a coach do not endorse it unless you can confirm that the guy on cement is flashed. Even then, what about the trophy angle and all? Thousands of ways that you can distract yourself and get fucked up. You're getting my point, right?
A much better sort of double down on their ideas and made it stick.
Hasib must be like,
KPG then
even in his dreams, he knows what UG does on certain sites and all.
last time, and no doubt they want to replicate that.
Bottom of his heart, he must have, like, you know, mugged up. Jittery jumps this window, Rattler jumps this. Sandy will push this. Let me place a frost mat here. His frost mats are the best counter stats that he does, by the way.
Villa defense though, and with the fact that Hunters already got themselves an attacking round.
Cool. Site is Aviator Games. Score is 1-2. What happens next? Oh yeah, it's the same red stairs hold again. Let me just skip all this very fast in waste of time.
See how it goes. Vault, bedroom vault.
Oh.
This is a good spot, but it can be risky. Good initial shots though. Sandy low. Barcode now using that as his cue to
See, like, strat wise, they are falling back out of there. The moment they realize there's any kind of pressure, no, because their whole
told you now the only
hold part is recognized on the red stairs and 90 part.
got this second line of defense.
By the way, Healthcare OG opening that 90 hatch and playing there, that's a rookie play. Again, I told you about how 90 rapper and all counters it, right? So what Latam does is, where's my pen? Rusty pen. What Latam does is, those idiots or smart people, they actually reinforce that hatch and play with a shield here, because then the 90 rappel cannot kill him. And that is how they make that crossfire a long time thing. I mean, I think that is also an older thing, but other Latam's teams, then they send a guy, a Capito specifically to rappel 90 and just to fire him out so that he leaves. Like, that is the level of counterplay that happens in Rainbow Six Siege, right? It's just crazy. But yeah. I mean, Maps is better late round,
Remain in the round, and I gotta say, slightly
but
because if Elevator's searching for these early contact
90 is more aggressive. It's like, it's up to how you want to play your strat, basically.
towards that trophy
Then the guy on Maps, he can accomplish way more. He can rotate around and shit. But
on health. Told you just lingering around bot red stairs. Obviously, though, Elevate very much prepared for this push from Stat Trophy. That is for sure. That is apparent. Study side, top brown stairs side.
now you see how this crossfires is ongoing, right? Crossfires? Crossfire.
Eggs out the soy again.
Same
Barcode
shield on top,
landing, but
which according to Hasib I cannot place.
told you, has he been
Let's just
struck out
crossfire.
with
No, Azami trap on red this time.
his position? Healthcare with the
I think Healthcare must be fearing a nade swing
down
from
below.
Trophy, right? That's why he must have fallen off.
Now he's gonna on an island. Still very much expecting to get pressured.
Yeah, you see, right? Sandy tried to swing so far, and that's the only place Barcode can get him. So again, waste of time. Venpai went on 90 rappel, but it's too late, because the focus of MH is not to take 90 right now. It's to take out that red guy directly. So you are skipping a step there. Skipping a step ends up badly for you. Like this type of thing, it's like, how do you say it? It's like how dance goes, you know, like step by step you do, everything looks very well composed. It syncs with the music, the rhythm and everything. So they skipped a step. They tried to go for that red guy directly. Doesn't work. MI7 also used to do this thing. He used to try to smoke maps door and jump on the red guy directly, but then again he only has like one place to watch, so it's not that complicated.
Tolji got a second. Hunt has barely fired a shot until Silence got the kill. Immediately traded. Well, it's a triple at red for Tolji.
Yeah, he just
Tulji is again rough shotting and shit, huh?
to the player
Cool.
supporting him down below, so you push up red, then you have the cross from 90, pressure from the doorway with the shield standing on maps, so there's a lot to deal with. And you put
This next round I haven't seen at all. What does Monkey Hunters do there?
good work there from Elevate. So that trophy locked out, so we go to kitchen round 5, yet to see it played out. An aggro lineup here from the defense once more. That is Army a staple here, especially when
Bro, looking at this villa, I am having so many nostalgic moments, no?
I guess
Like
somewhat rare
this
for
type
them
of
to
strat,
approach
MH used to do this.
Elevator Elevate, I presume, are going to want to
MRCZ
extend
used to
above
do
it. We're likely
that.
going to see a similar setup to what we saw for Stat
Lot of
Trophy,
memories.
locking down Pedro
Villa,
and
all the stuff in
like
Villa, it's like you
Bucky
already know
Bucky
what's going to
really
happen,
focused
but
on.
you still need to coordinate a lot to break it. There's no surprise factor in this map.
And these 2 rounds as well on Aviator Games, I think, have shown sort of that controlled aggression has got to be the way forward for Elevate. You know, that Stat Trophy site that we saw in the 2nd round. You know, obviously a little bit disappointing. They probably got ahead of themselves. Definitely tried to do maybe too
Guys, is
much.
the stream quality alright?
Play closets, anyone are trying to just do a little bit of
Kitty
everything.
Kate
They got
living.
punished for it by Hunters.
Let me
I think
see
when
again,
they're
I
a
wasn't
little bit more
focusing.
controlled, a little bit got ahead of themselves. Definitely tried to do.
Both Kate charges are deployed.
Going to want Fisherman. Just the hit played out.
I guess he must have catered the triple wall above, right? From below, that's the smart thing to do. Or he must have done the default pantry wall.
Fisherman available, which is I guess somewhat rare depending on how teams want to approach things, but Elevate, I presume.
The triple wall is reinforced. He has a
we're
Kate
likely
charge in
going to
his
see a
pocket.
similar setup to what
Like,
we saw for
strat wise, the
Stat
best thing to do is to Kate charge it from below, like G2
Players on
does.
side just needing to be wary of
And
close.
then it becomes a two-way hold, right? Half the site is top floor, half the site is below. Good luck.
And these 2 rounds as well on Aviator Games, I think, have shown sort of that controlled aggression has got to be the way forward for Elevate. You know, that Stat Trophy site that we saw in the 2nd round. You know, obviously a little bit disappointing. They probably got ahead of themselves. Definitely tried to do maybe too much. Setting a play closets, anyone are trying to just do a little bit of everything, and they got punished for it by Hunters. I think when they're a little bit more controlled, a little bit more confined, they just have looked a little bit cleaner. In fact, they've looked a lot cleaner, they look a lot better. And the game's
Venpai?
rounds, they haven't been close.
Venpai?
To be fair, those sites
Venpai?
difficult to beat on AVG. That's a wonderful.
Venpai, he's not an OG. He's not an OG. The only reason he lost it, he doesn't know that Eugene 2021, at the same time when Weavster's team was doing it in NA, you used to stick a shield up on top of the bed. The moment you open the barricade, they preempt a C4 outside, gets a free kill, you leave. Then you can deal with the shield, Azami trap, do whatever. But Venpai is not an OG. Baje player. I mean, joking. He's technically a very good player. Even in ranked, he kicks my ass all the time. But yeah, he would have known all this if he was a good player in 2021 also.
Nitrocell though from healthcare. And that's what I mean. That's controlled aggression, because you think about the risk versus reward. You've got double keeper barrier set up, one blocking the window, one blocking the closet position. So that Nitrocell is not really a high risk, but you can get that reward. So I like that move there from healthcare.
Oh, Sandy looking sharp.
Hello.
It's on again, but a good trade from Healthcare.
I don't need to rewind and I don't need to rewind to figure it out that he came from study or walked up red and got those 2 kills again. Like,
There, I told you, no information gets caught off guard. Speak easy. Back to the site gets one. Healthcare.
like
4-0
UG's not even pushing much. It's like the defenders are the attackers right now, other than Sandy getting the entry. You poke the bear pokes back at you and you win.
Obviously is known inside of Astro, but he can fall off that position. It's not as like Stat Trophy's the site. You're playing
I know, right, Hasi?
and it's a 2v2.
It's almost like they should really
window.
put
And again, here we're speaking-
legion traps or something
Oh,
on
that's
those
risky.
places. Or become a
He's got
gold
the
stack
intel
and
that
castle
the
of those
second
2
player
doors.
down
What
below
about that,
is
huh?
still up in Astro. So you play off of these kind of things. You've got the intel in Astro. You don't have to push this. You've still got a bit of time to rotate it back to site, get yourself into a good position.
Pete,
But
that
Pete
was
has
not
beaten him
very
there with drop.
disciplined, by the way. If he would have died, that was a
It's a really
clutch.
solid round from Hunters.
His teammate
Push
is
this.
kind
You've
of
got a bit of
far.
time to rotate
Yeah, his teammate is not
back to site,
very
get yourself
close
into a
enough.
good
He's
position,
walking up
but
pantry
Pete has
stairs.
beaten
Some
him there with
mistiming is
drop
there.
from the hatch. And it's a really solid round from Hunters. But again, another round where I think a couple of little mistakes there from Elevate has kind of cost them. You know, Healthcare doesn't have to swing bathroom in a 2v2.
But 2-3,
fall back
good
to
attacks.
site, play
The
on
alert from
the default
Sandy,
camera that's still
combined with the
Astro, it's gonna
distractions, the
allow
push at the same time. It's good.
to push out from those positions. and
Also,
play
good thing
site.
is the guy in
Safe
bathroom
wins
was
for
expecting
6-1,
that
one
aggression
loses.
fully, which is good because a lot of people they think the game becomes easier when you get the entry picks. In fact, it's the opposite. The challenge is not to get refragged.
I think maybe part of it is some of that aggression from Sandy is disrupting a bit of the setup here from Elevated, and they are feeling the need to try and reclaim a bit of control and counter.
Yeah, Beat is just better, that is true. Especially him on Twitch. Something about him and MI7 on Twitch.
A little bit messy.
Magic.
Though it's the Hunters. 2 rounds on attack on Villa. Elevate's pick. They're also with a
Sight
replacement.
is
I'd say it's a pretty damn good result.
even
Yeah.
trophy.
This
Okay,
one
yeah,
also,
aviator
but-
must be locked, right?
Yeah, 100%. It's actually been a really good start.
Very
from
similar
Hunters.
lineup. Speakeasies again on the anti-Sandy roll.
account.
Let me just stick
The
up an
last
echo
two
drone on
qualifiers
red stairs.
has
Make
been
sure I know
so
when Sandy
far,
walks up.
for South Asia, it's been
Bro, Hasib,
incredibly
your solution was
disappointing.
simpler.
No
Stick a frost mat in there.
touch more than Shaheen's 7-4-7-1 defeat to Fury.
Because
That was not ideal. at
your
all.
solution,
Obviously won't stop
like,
basically
the attackers get so distracted.
lead.
Okay.
So Barcode gets a kill onto Sandy. Will stop that.
You know,
push
Sandy
back
does this
no
on
more
overtime next.
through the back
He
points
doesn't
to
succeed
Sandy
though.
in this round.
That
And
is
should
where
be an
he
elevated
got the
back
idea
into
from,
the end. Should
huh?
be able to close out this half forward too. Sandy's been their biggest win
I
condition.
mean, he must know this
Two
1P,
rounds
that I
Hunters
know,
have
but
won. Sandy's been able to
that
flank
he
on
should do
site
it.
get at 2-3k, so that won't happen this round.
Nah,
Care. So,
that's a huge spawn peak and Barco just
yeah, so your Hasib, your frostmat solution is good because the attackers know they become so complicated in their callouts, no, communication wise, that hey, I'm droning this, go there, I'll flash this, yada yada. And meanwhile, he will look up, he'll think, oh, this guy may swing you, watch this, watch that, and boom, frostmat.
playing it out.
3 times you. What is this? How is this Asami not being broken apart, dude?
A good flash though to
Like
out
Flores,
the position temporarily.
that bed has some demonic properties in it,
Sure,
bro.
Vampire will be
I
keen to
swear.
Try and take down the shield at that bricks position, so healthcare is a little bit unnerved.
Doesn't get it again. Might as well use the Hibana, bro. Silence.
Big moment though for Hunters here. Who's going to step up? Who's going to be the
Hello?
one to make the
There we go.
entry?
My
Oh,
bad.
there you go, it's Beast.
My bad.
Big
My
push
bad.
there
I've
on
been
the
play
air
works.
through
My
the
bad,
wing
guys.
on
My
Bolt.
bad.
Gets
My
the
bad.
kill
I'm fixed.
onto healthcare. No more Azami with 90 seconds left in the round. But again, there's no one that's going for the kind of Sandy back push.
My bad,
that we've
guys.
seen in
My
previous
bad.
rounds. You can see basically
But
all
again,
the
rightly, you
Hunters
understand the
on screen
50-50
outside
fighter, right?
bedroom, outside bathroom. No one is looking for the flank, and that just makes it all a little bit one-dimensional. Red ping onto the player in Astro. Yeah, it's nice info, but you know there's going to be one in there anyway. Just tucks in on the
Ah,
corner here, Barcode.
spicy
Probably
swings.
wants to get back to that desk. And
The
he does.
sandwich is best window. Asif, take note so that you can ignore me next time I coach you
And Hunters
again.
do have a bit of ground, but that's some really good information that Yokai from Speakeasy. So they can watch the lurk, they can watch inside of bedroom. They will have a very, very good read as to where this push is coming from.
Under a minute remaining. Flash misses Tolji.
Hello?
Able to just sit inside a stat, and it's a big kill from Barcode and Astro.
Why?
By half health, got a kill at least onto Ape. The Barcode.
Yeah, no, that
continues
is
to
messed up.
find more than what we're seeing from Hunters.
That is messed up.
And a nice shot again from Tolji. He's had a good half, but
So,
finally shut down.
does he clutch
Vampire.
it?
He's
No,
held
right?
his own in this game. Unfortunately,
Vinpa is not an
pushes
OG.
through
He's a
the
good
stat
player,
and
but
loses
not
his
an
life.
OG. He should know that C4 to
Hunters.
clutch it, bro.
And a nice
He
shot
does
again
clutch
from
it on
Tolji.
5-5 though. That was good.
He's had a good half, but
So, you know what mistake MH did? Like, I know MH, Hasib, they all know the mistake, but to other viewers who may come to view it now or later.
for the kind
So,
of sandy back push.
the mistake is that instead of, just leaving one guy to watch for aggression and focusing on Astro, again, they skip a step, right? Rattler is trying to cheese, he's in bathroom, he exposes his backpack and dies to Barcode. Then his refrag is not close enough, so Barcode gets another kill. Meanwhile, the other two are distracted doing something on the statue door, cement door, whatever. So, like, it's not a very cohesive thing. So, the next step is always to get Astro. Linear thing is true. Astro Apple is also true. Astro Apple is actually more true. Again, you need to showcase that you are really focused on clearing Astro intentionally. Your intentions should be clear. This is not a Tinder date where your lack of communication and teamwork shows that you are going to do whatever next, right? This is a comp game. Yeah, like Rattler, one guy can just hold the statue and door and the rotation for aggression. The moment you get Astro, then you can make whatever play you want, right? 2-4, dining kitchen. Stream, work. Why am I even messing with my Discord? I'm not sitting. So the lineup is very late round based. You have 2 trap ops. Well, this is sort of a trap operator. Pulse for info, silence to deny the walls. It's a very passive setup. It's glorified ranked, but it's good. It's good because it works. Because dining kitchen, you can showcase presence here and there a lot, then fall back. It's tough to execute also as an attacker. Many places where a defender can just swing and not let you execute freely. So they are extending horizontally a bit. Now what I want to see is, have they opened the grandma clock wall to pressure Astro stairs or not? Blitz. Interesting. For what it's worth, I think if you reinforce both the laundry walls, then it becomes very easy to QE and rush into side. Wow! Beat is different type of build, man. 2 minute 23 seconds are there when he jumps back inside. Must be a missing default cam or what? Okay, so there's a guy in living, but Blitz does not care. Silence, buddy. Buddy, wake up. Okay, Elevate is messing up here. They did not send anybody laundry side. See, Speakeasy is too late. Speakeasy is too late. Had he been there 10 seconds prior, it's a 1 round. But again, like Hunters, they capitalized on it, right? The fact that they know that there's nobody on laundry door and they're playing around it really well. And they all set up for that memo push, other than Silence, who was not prepared, sadly, but that happens. So it's good, simple, linear setup, like high class ranked, and you see where the enemy is pushing from. They are rushing anyway, and you just play around each other, play basic crossfire, basic siege, and you win. That's good. Speakeasy messed up there, and Image capitalized. That is good. I mean, Hasib, if it's a siege team and you go dining kitchen first, 8 out of 10 chance, like an 80% chance that they'll rush anyway, or they'll push horizontal. They don't bother about vertical that much. It's like this Mina problem that we are not going to do it properly for some reason. 50-50, but works if you're not expecting it.
From Beat, jumping out onto bathroom balcony. Caught, I believe it was Healthcare off guard on the line, who again would have offered some really nice support during that sort of rush in through sheets late round. But Elevate may end up looking better on a more structure with a proper lineup that they've been able to plan around. So again, don't want to get too excited one way or the other, but I will say Hunters, they're doing a really good job so far, like overall.
And obviously we have to also understand, and I don't know if this.
No
was
Azami when
she's
she's available. Interesting.
When we talk about
So out of the latest trifecta of broken operators, broken as shit operators, Soulless Valk is banned, Azami is available. I would say there's a high chance somebody would play Azami, but the fact they're not, interesting.
Cover a little bit of South Asia, so it's not as if Hunters is not the best. I mean, they're up there. Shaheen's obviously got the better of them in the league itself, hence why they technically claimed top status, but when we say Shaheen's is the best that South Asia's got, I mean, in reality, it's probably Hunters, right? Like,
Man, beats confidence.
Maybe on recency, the gap has closed a bit. Like,
see, if that was, you look at Beat there right now. If that was even Hunters on attack or us on attack, our guy would have already been on Astrodapple and killed Beat. But Beat is Beat. He knows that Elevate is not a special Villa team. Elevate is not better than Mercenaries. So he can fall back freely. Elevate is also budgeting.
Good position here where if
nobody on Astrodapple. Imagine.
Believe me, this Elevate team, consistency is not one of their strengths. If they have a bad night, they're gettable. And Hunters have got history. And that's a great shot.
Hello.
Floor, puts Ape in the grave.
Hello.
Starting to gain some confidence here.
Hello.
Well, Ape, so beat, almost
Healthcare lets him fall back. Does not care. Speak. Nice
made
try, but hello. Dude, Ape is that bad? God. Man, to think these guys go to majors, dude.
The defense, it's Beat stepping up, who's playing aggressive contact.
Our region has to be there.
Landing shots, getting kills.
Man, that was some insane stuff.
You get the second, it's unofficially round over. It's going to be very difficult.
I'm saying hello 5 times, reacting, and Dance is cutely typing hello in chat. Hello, yeah, Dance, how are you, man? Oh.
information, but he doesn't win it. He just
I
half
mean-
picks it and Sandy farms it.
Yeah, they're starting to lose a bit of confidence.
I
The Elevate don't look like
mean-
they're in control anymore. The first
Sure.
half,
Like,
there were
why is he
moments where they
swinging
don't
that?
look like
Speakeasy
they
should have his
were quite
teammate drone
superior,
for
but
it,
Hunters,
set
I
up
tell
that
you
push,
what,
then
to
go
their
for
credit
nades.
here,
Somebody should
starting to
drone
look a little
above.
bit more at home.
1,000 types of steps that they are
That
missing.
tertiary site win
And
put them in a
they
really
don't
good
know how
position.
good
Now
Sandy's
Ozark is
headshot
being
accuracy
beautifully
is.
better. They're not playing the site, they're playing offside, they're playing contact. Okay, that match yourself towards 90 doesn't work. Healthcare had a decent little angle.
Yeah, I saw those yellow pings, but
North landing
they're
now.
not very
He can
live.
peek into aviators. Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of presence blocking that.
I'm pretty sure
doorway.
that drone got destroyed or something, right, Hasib? Is it worth it for me to go back and check it? Either way,
Marco over towards landing now. He can peek into
I am,
aviators.
how do
Doesn't
you
seem
say
like
it? A very economical savant of coaching. I only go back and check when it's very necessary. Achha, I'll
off
check.
90
I'll
doesn't
check.
work.
I'll- Okay, so this is very Nate's. Beat falling back. Doesn't work. Solji is droning below. He's droning China 90 right now. I can't track his drone anymore. I don't see the drone ahead of me. Abba Jabba Dub Dub. There is the drone. Okay, Barcode has that pod drone, but he leaves it. He did see the guy coming, right? But it's not live info, Hasib. And again, it's like big dick energy in which Speakeasy runs there and swings it like this. Yeah, I realized. He droned it again. He yellow pinged it. I realized. But yeah, I did look, but that is some big dick energy way the way he swung it now. I realized, Hasib. I realized, buddy. I realized, Hasib. I'll move on. He droned it again. He moved his drone from the part and he sent it. He droned it again. I figured it out. That's okay.
Thing about it, they're not playing the site, they're playing offside, they're playing contact. Okay, that
How did I
match
slow
yourself
this
towards 90
down?
doesn't work.
There's a
Healthcare had
shortcut for that?
decent little angle.
So 5v3.
Okay,
Hunters
North
usually
landing
excels
now.
at
He
this
can
kind of
peek into
situation much better
aviators.
than
It
us.
seems
They
like
don't
there's a whole
swing
lot of
at a
presence
5v3.
blocking that doorway. Healthcare with the
Like
rotation
how
off and out.
how the coach
60
of
seconds left. And told you though, has
not
made
coach,
his
yeah,
point.
Leon gets from Secret how he used to say it, no, like just go prone and stop doing anything in that situation. Challenge is also like just look at this patience. They stop doing anything as soon as it's a 5v3 situation, no, which is exactly how you should make it, because unless you throw 1v1s, there's no way the attack can win in a 5v3. The moment they try to set up and execute, yeah, Hasib. So we do peak. But yeah, like Hunters is good at this kind of stuff. 5v3, they just stop doing anything.
Nothing's landing for Elevate. We've seen it with our very eyes. So many.
Two guys are prone, by the way.
Hunters are dominating them, shooting shots. Finally, Barcode will.
Yeah, that is not a very good place to go prone, but it works because this guy is panicking like crazy. We are better in different ways though, Hasib. Like our core. Yeah, that is true. Like see, Hasib, we excel because we are able to force gunfights in those kind of positions. If it was a 3v4 or something, the way we play our defense, it's polar opposite, right? Because we are able to force gunfights, make the guy come into you in a 1v1 and win it, and that's how we equalize. But the lopside of that is like that. If you are in a 5v3 and you try to do it in a 5v3, you end up losing it more often than not. But advantage, disadvantage, both sides of the coin type of situation. We do leverage that playstyle also whenever there's a disadvantage. So yeah.
Intriguing. Can't believe that we're in this position. Hunters are really applying some serious pressure on Elevate. It does look like their confidence is waning a little bit at the moment.
4-4, Sidus Trophy. Melusi has been brought every single round so far.
Defense moving forward for the rest of this half. Heading over to Stat Trophy. Find the 8 ball right now.
Hunters does not run around with a lot of information operators on Villa.
And I don't know where it's going
But
to really
I
come
mean,
from.
that
Speakeasy
works because the
struggling on
map is
entry
very
5 and 4. Told you shouldn't really
spontaneous.
have to
You
play
quick
that
peek a
role
bit,
on
you
attack.
play around a
Also,
certain
defense, you can
part,
kind of get a little bit
you
more
get info that hey, they'll push
offensive, and
this
we
in, you
saw
get a
that with the
rough man
Goliath
count
on
that way.
1.5x at Red Stairs.
So
He got
that's
a lot
why
of
this
kills, he
map
played
works.
well.
Other
He
maps,
played
it
hard
becomes
breach.
really necessary to run
Not
some kind
exactly
of
going to be
info.
in the entry. Pay 3 and 6, healthcare. Has lost his
Asif, you
liability
cannot
in
go
fights
after
as
this
well. I
round,
mean,
buddy.
it's,
There's a Venpai clutch coming.
no
And
one's
there's
really
insane
standing up
shit
to
from
call
Sandy
right
also
now for
coming.
Elevate.
You have
Someone
to
has
finish
otherwise
this map.
They're going to lose this map. They're going to lose their map pick. We go to border.
Triple
Who
wall
knows what's gonna
angle,
happen on that map? I've
Gate
got no
charge
idea. Both teams
for
are
the two
struggling on
closet
it in the
walls.
past.
He late reinforces it. Okay.
Look, if the entry play is concerning here on Villa,
That's a
Elevate,
relatively good call. You don't want
and
to
Hunters
play
keep playing well.
very aggressive against
By no
Elevate.
means
You
is
want to
map
let
2
them
going
set up
much
their
easier.
executes and then swing.
Border is very reliant on
Yeah,
hitting
Asif, you can do
good
that. That would be
entries,
good.
and it can be tough to get into the map, which is a big issue currently here on Villa. Sandy, 11.
Hello?
inside bathroom, and he
Are you
jumps out,
serious?
And he lines them both
Oh
up,
my.
Are you serious? That's how.
and he doesn't get traded.
Oh my god. Why are
it's a
both
big,
of
big
them
moment
on
to get
drones?
to
That's a
Sandy,
tier 1
13
team.
and
Right there.
And they did it on attack.
Right there.
Well,
That's a
should
tier
have done
1
it on the
team.
defense as well.
And they are both on drone. Lined up.
Out and out.
Without opening the window, holding it, rappelling there, whatever.
Suddenly,
God.
Elevate find themselves on the ropes as we get closer.
Yeah, this
towards
is
the end of
Sandy's
game.
map. That ace charge won't even go to the
Final
shield,
hope
by the
for
way.
South Asia.
ADS
Quite
or
honestly,
not.
it's their best hope. And it's been proven why. Gas babe out from Sandy, senses the pressure in bathroom, still has to be wary of that window. Of course, top Astro stays.
I mean, they are a new team, sure, but
Will fall back and obviously play off
their
of the
core
deck.
is
He's got
mostly
shield still up.
like I don't know. I won't say that they are new. Their core is like
That
GZ.
trophy.
Then the rest are trying with them
Not
since
possible
months
here for
now,
Elevate, but they're
including
gonna have to dig
Barcode. Speakeasy is like their
And they need to find a way to
local
clear
go for
Astro.
stack or
Yeah,
whatever.
Speakeasy
So they
down below,
hardly
two grenades.
people who
Big
don't know each
contest.
other.
Speakeasy should be winning that. Bit
That
sloppy if he
was
does.
an avoidable
Low
mistake,
on HP,
but
so
that's
he's
okay.
wanting to try and get these nades
Okay,
out
that
of
now
the
that's
first
not
lanes.
okay.
So that's big from
No, that's not
Speakeasy,
okay.
and that's the kind of Speakeasy that
Does
will
Elevate
keep
win
going
this
for us
round?
to come up with plays like that and get his team back into rounds.
I think if they have the 90 cam, they should have sent
Much
one
better
more guy
proposition
below.
now for Elevate.
Maybe jump down
3-3.
even, get that refrag.
Dealt with Sandy.
See, that is
Astro.
also a trouble of going very passive on 5v3, right? When
Just get
shit
work
comes
down,
to
push
shove
in to trophy.
on your defense setup,
Right,
you
well,
should
those
be able
sort
to
of
go there and
decisions
monkey it
are
out a
stat.
bit.
He's going to be holding the closest of angles here. Told you with the diffuser through Astro.
Now they have to take minor
Little
amounts
moment,
of
though,
risks.
in this map. It's the final. No, actually,
No
one more
way they
He
lose
wants
this
the
round,
after this to
dude.
go. Speak easy, makes it 3 as he winds back the
I see
clock.
Venpa is
Some of his
activated.
very
Venpa is
best
activated.
moments. And we've seen from him in APAC.
Now see, one
Needing
more
now
thing,
very much
like I don't know
to
Rattler if you're still
re-close
watching or not,
very
but
locked
Hunters,
behind
you guys are
Speak
very good
four,
at
low on health,
falling
on
back
the
and when you
2
are
versus 2.
expecting, like, hey, they must be in trophy statue by now, let us not overextend. Like these both guys, they are playing very safe together, waiting for them to come into them. Yeah, like waiting for Elevate to come into them. So they forfeited control where it was not safe to hold it. So that is also another thing which Hunters is really good at. You'll see it in border. Whenever they realize, that there's some point where they may have walked in already, they promptly leave it back and just hold angles and wait to get more accurate info on where the guy exactly is. Hunters excels on that type of stuff. That round should not have been as close, but the passiveness punished them really. Beat was chilling there. He did not want to do much of anything. Maybe if Rattler jumps down something to prevent Sandy from dying. Or hell, you're playing a smoke. Make a vertical angle. Can I rewind this? So you get a vertical angle right here from trophy door. Make it show presence. If you even just fire at Speakeasy, the gunfight goes massively in Beat's favor because firstly there's an HP difference, so the time to kill goes in favor of Beat, and secondly he has to swing up also, it will mess up his preaim. So that angle should have been made. Now I would have shown it exactly when it goes to top floor, but let's see. Again, running Melusi, 2 traps, pulse, passive setup with guide. It's a good way to hold dining kitchen. And I think like Elevate struggles a lot to clear it, even on match point. That Melusi trap that Winpa is about to place on the laundry desk, that works 1,000 times better if you open up one laundry wall. So yeah. It's like they're all on site, bro. And Beat wants to do it again. Three people on site, two people roaming. Nobody's below. Actually, four people around site. Winpa is also just playing the stairs. But what I don't like is if he's playing the stairs, might as well make some kind of astro setup out of it. No, like what you can do is, how do I pause this? What you can do is you can set up a shield here along with some ADSs. You can set up a Melusi trap here. And then you can stall that bathroom entry. Make one guy play around this part of the map. Suppose you reinforce this one wall. You reinforce this. Make these angles. Let them struggle here for a bit. Then you can consider falling back or something. When he's playing Astro Stairs, he does not need to be this passive. Like get one operator in that can give him some type of stall factor, right? Where he can eat some drones and shit. And if he can stall there, then that gives Pulse and Mute ample opportunity to C4 this part of the map also. That's I guess it's a lost opportunity, but yeah, they may or may not lose this round. I actually don't know what happens there. Like the place where Beat is lurking, no, if he would have showcased his presence a bit in Trophy, then that would have been more beneficial, because giving them free vertical and then going to flank, it's like textbook 101 that somebody is going to flank either that or Aviators. So he's not doing much there. If they would have contested Astro Stairs or something above a bit better, I think I would have liked it more. See, now Pantry Wall is open because they have Thatcher running EMP, so Kite is not doing much, and Beat again. It becomes a predictable mess, right? And when you want to play predictable, you might as well play predictable with a teammate instead of playing it solo. Wait, where does Speakeasy die? Did he just jump that window? Cool. Oh my god, he got slapped again. Bruh.
Sandy though,
Skill different.
he's still working, he's still alive.
And Sandy's playing SMG 11 too. It's not even like he's playing Alibi or something
90
every
seconds
round.
remains. In the 10th round of the opening
Oh,
round,
man.
it's best of 3, and it's Barcode that gets the kill on the ult.
Like, it's not even Rattler's fault there, I don't know if Rattler's still there on stream or not, but if they walk into laundry and they breach that wall, the amount of times they can QE, and the fact that your pantry wall is open, you just don't have anywhere else to play. They have vertical. You can play Tetris, that's it. Tetris for the beginners, it's like these boxes and that overturned desk in the middle. But other than that, there's not much else safe havens left to play.
Oh, wow. Silence low on health. Sandy once again required to play a very critical role.
I guess you could have swung on a better timing, Rattler. Plus, they both came in together also. Maybe an information peak and then another consequent peak would have been better. Or if this breach is done now, they cannot QE laundry door. But then again, you guys are stuck in a box, right? So it's not a very terrible call.
In this round, a couple more frags. Honestly, is needed out of their mute. And Vampire loses his life to Ape.
Your defenses work better
Surely
when
they
your
can't win
positions
this
are
round.
very switchable. Like Hunters plays off of map control and spacing. If there's no space left to play, it's bound for you guys to struggle, or any team to struggle. So you're swinging it. Sure, timing was not the best, but the idea was not bad. You have to, because your setup is too passive. You get stuck in a box and the enemy lights you up on fire. 5-5. Asif, this is the round, buddy. Asif, it's time. It's time to witness Baje player becoming best player. The one who kicks my ass in rank all the time. None other than Venpai the GOAT.
Spawn pick, and they also were able to avoid Sandy for the majority of the round. And by the time that he could have been a threat, unfortunately the rest of the team have died, so even if he does drop diffuser there, for instance, he's caught in a really, really rough spot.
Melusi,
Elevate could have
deployable
cleaned it up.
cam, Warden.
So it's good
I
work.
guess they should swap off Warden, right? The
High
enemy
five
is
to
not
Storm,
relying
though.
on Ying
The pressure
executes a
doesn't really
lot.
alleviate
They are
all that
playing
much
on
at all.
fundamentals.
We're now going to see the two primary sites back to back.
Nading below, taking control of
Hunters.
bedroom. It's not even steady pushes that they are
And you
doing.
need
Steady
one
pushes, sometimes you can cheese your way into steady and all with smokes, but
certainly
it's not
counting out
happening so
Hunters
far.
LFO to have one last hurrah on this first map.
Like the lineup has so far has been pretty much the same, barring dining kitchen. The Melusi wall denial is constant, Warden's constant. Vamai is preferred instead of
I mean,
Jaeger.
it would be honestly very disappointing. if
I
you played
see
Hunters
some
rather
minor
than
improvements
anything
there,
else.
like swap off couple of operators with information operators, maybe get a Goyo
On
in.
the opponent's map pick,
Stall
they
factor
pushed
can
them
be
all
there
the way.
more if you're relying on your late round
One of those
prowess.
kind of games where they deserve a result. They deserve something from this, but
It's
such
like
is
I
the
feel like
case.
there's a minor mismatch between what
In the
playstyle your
knockout
strat is
bracket
showing and what
games,
playstyle
you win or
you are
lose,
playing in
that's
the
it.
round.
There is no handout prizes. You win this, and suddenly there's a real good opportunity. And I tell you what, I don't want to go too far, but it's not as if you have to play bleed after this, guys. Direwolves is
Goyo,
is
Aruni, like there's a lot of
both these two
options.
teams, you win this
You
series,
can,
take on
if you run
Direwolves, you win
info
that,
and
but
you try to C4 the bore thing from below, it's very effective. The moment you try to go into 90 and you don't have a drone living, you C4 bore and you get 2 kills a lot of times.
it's doable.
A lot of
I
stuff
think
like that you
both
can
teams
do
have
when you are
done
playing a
what
more
they
passive
both achieved.
playstyle, right? So
A
there's a
lot on the
dissonance
line.
going on in your
Beats.
strat.
Well, he's been good in these early fights, but he is managing to get away this time. Holds, prone, Astro, full white. Surely he's going to lose his life, and he does. Zappe played that well. B for both
Wait,
of these
where did all those
two
gunfights take
teams.
place?
You
I
win
have
this
to
series,
see.
you take on Dials, you win that, you
This is honestly a new type of experience for me. I'm sitting alone here talking to you all in chat.
go to the major. It's doable.
Sandy's
I
probably
think
watching
both teams
Cement Door.
have a pathway that they can both achieve. There's a lot on the line. Beats.
No, he's watching
Well, he's been
Profile.
good in these early fights,
maybe.
but he is managing to get away this time. Holds,
B
prone,
should have
Astro,
fallen back. He
full
could have
white. Surely
ran
he's
because there's no pressure in trophy, right? And the triple wall angle is there. I get it, but it's better to fall back than go prone there. If you have it on a 5v4, running off
gonna
is
lose
a
his
better
life,
option.
He does. Zappe played that well. Just slowed it down a little bit in the moment when it all started to get a little bit hectic over towards bathroom. Hal hid, got the flash out into Astro, cleared out.
Now this setup I like personally. This is my preference, where you reinforce the rightmost wall and you keep the left wall open. Firstly, you get long angles from long haul. Is this long haul? Is this short haul? This should be short haul actually. Yeah, that's long. Yeah, so short haul. So from short you get an angle into trophy. Then this guy just has to watch the zone. It's a good setup, but Beat could not play it unfortunately because he got flashed and everything. Also, if you're playing there, I would probably suggest reinforcing of this one wall also. You can go a bit back and open the center wall and reinforce the left and right ones. Because if you leave the right wall open, then that's a free angle with which you can cut off this entire hallway, just from the window even. So that makes that area mostly unplayable.
Perfectly done.
Yeah, in the meanwhile, Sandy did get a pick on to speak easy. 8 and 7 on the Ana.
Invite me in the VC,
Wide
Ashrit.
play,
Hello,
speaking
Taha bro.
of
Taha, I'm not
very
sitting in
high
any
Sandy
VC right
has
now
set
actually.
himself over previous years. But it's Sandy to take the reins as top fragger in the lobby at the moment, and he'll look to lock down 90 at the moment. Being pressured from the Repel, Healthcare is on that currently, so he can't necessarily move forward and aggress, and if he does, he should get caught off guard. Healthcare is just doing enough to sort of 90 at the moment. Being pressured from the Repel, Healthcare is on
So
that
Tolji is
currently,
breaching
so
the
he
wall
can't
that
necessarily
Hasib and all were
move forward
talking
and aggress,
about.
and if he does, he should get
Open
caught
it,
off
nade and
guard.
shit on red stairs, but
Healthcare
nobody's
just
playing red
doing
stairs.
enough
It's
to
a
sort of
comfort
dissuade
breach.
him from swinging this position, so I think that's probably the best play.
There's a guy on 90 rappel. Andy's position is very questionable if a guy swings him right now, but then again, in flag.
Sandy's got to be careful here. Continues to just posture over towards 90. Shots out from Bo.
Yeah, see?
Now it's
Oh,
a matter
he
of who wins
trades.
this one. Well, they trade.
Okay.
Sandy technically
There's no
got the
way
kill,
Smoke
but
can
Sandy's
drive
also
him.
down on the floor in the
Smoke can
corridor,
try to smoke.
so
He
he'll get
does not
traded.
smoke. Maybe Rattler, if you
Middle
smoke
lane,
90
three
at this
versus
point
three.
of when
Who
the
can get
gunfight is
match point?
ongoing,
Who
you
can at least-
facilitate his fallback better. Plus you block off the visuals. Like try to be a bit more aggressive with your smoke there. You could have done that. He's able to fall back. His angle becomes blurrier for the guy who's swinging and all. maybe when he's injured, you can make a play or something. Like your smoke would have opened up opportunities there, I feel like.
Secure overtime at minimum. It's the diffuser over towards 90. Vampire still sitting in vault.
Smoke canisters can deny for a little while longer. They'll stand until the late
dropped.
round if Rattler times them right.
It's a study downstairs push.
Rotation from healthcare.
Okay, so they have a guy on 90 hall. Ape will walk up main stairs with a diffuser. Again, big dick energy, but sure. And there's a guy in study, outside study. So Silence does not have good crossfires right now. If Winpai plays this passively and Silence dies, then that's a bit of a bait play. Rattler has to deal with the 90 guy alone. Nothing much can be done about that. But he does have the advantage there, thankfully. Like, instead of this, if Silence plays top main stairs, no, he cuts off the entry into study also, and he's able to watch main stairs push up both, which is arguably more effective. The moment the attackers mess up their timing, even by a couple of seconds, he gets at least one kill there. I don't know. I don't feel like he gets a lot of success by playing there. That's what
It has to be at this point.
That's
You've
what
got
I'm
90
predicting.
With the diffuser, you've got to go Brown, and obviously you've got a player that's on that study balcony with 25 seconds left. Healthcare's going to make the push. They've opted to rotate off because they couldn't get that vault position opened up. Rattler found the kill on
You can see Venpai is playing passive there. I know he does it well later, but that refrag would have been good if he would have done it. 90 guy walks in, Rattler was in a 2v1 with the guy who walked up top main and the guy who walked into 90. I need to shut up here.
Vampire, Nitro to win the round. He's fallen short. So short back into vault, back to safety. Has 40 seconds. Vampire, he does get the down onto healthcare. It's a half health barcode, no flashes. That was the last one. Into vault, went early on it. So Vampire's not going to have to worry about any utility, and he knows that he should be behind that bar, behind the chassis. Oh! Vampire! Massive round win! He'll find the defuse.
Bro, I was actually laughing when Barcode was peeking it like this. Just to watch. Just watch from the beginning.
No flashes.
Okay.
That was the last one. Into vault, went early on it. So Vampire's not going to have to worry about any utility.
Hello, my name is Amit.
Should be behind that
I'm
bar.
crashing. Help! Dead. Like this microsecond piece that he's doing with Crouch, and they make him slower every time he does it too. Like, what is he doing?
Point Hunters.
He's trolling.
Match point for South Asia.
But Venpai was dead
Tell
calm,
you what,
bro.
they might be
His
the
calmness
last
got him that
standing
round.
South Asian team.
But yeah, there were mistakes in there. Firstly, Silence going inside study, Rattler being forced into a 2v1. Venpai going too passive because the way the push was going, no, maybe if they had info on the skull guy, maybe if he swings gets info here, there's nobody there. He tries to go for a refrag on the lion. If he kills the lion, then he doesn't need to clutch it in a 1v2. Maybe it becomes a 1v1. Could have played it better, but calm nerves, good clutch.
In the bracket, but I'm sure the entire region is still watching very closely, and the fact that they are pushing Elevate at minimum to OT on their map pick with a sub, unbelievable. We have seen a big discrepancy, but good.
Probably not a whole lot. So 6-5 match point for Hunters. Can they close this one out on stat trophy, or can Elevate?
That Mira
send
pick
it
is
to OT?
interesting. Pulse play below is also good.
Well, Mira's being brought out here.
But you're
for
playing against
fast
a
round
Thatcher and an
regulation.
Ace,
Pulse
and you have
as
Kaid
well
as wall
playing
denial.
stat, so
You
Rattler
can't
able
impact
to,
trick
like,
when he places
low
it below
kitchen
also.
sheets
So
with
the
like
Mira is a good idea,
Yeah.
but it's doing the same thing that the
Saw
angle does
the Echo,
anyway.
for instance, from Elevate on
So
this
it's
side,
like
gather in.
not a big issue.
Rattler probably wanted to play
Like what I want to see more is Red Expectations second
aggressive
Mira
down
window.
below, or maybe
AV?
somewhere else, maybe some
AV
pre-play
or
snipers
planes
as
as the
well.
fancy people like to call it.
Four in
I
the
guess
hands
it
of
has
the
to be
defense,
planes,
so
right?
Don't mind this. There's
Yeah.
options available
Yeah.
to throwing again something
Planes it is.
slightly new, a
That's
slight
good.
tweak to this side, and Elevate, who are no doubt fighting the tilt and the frustration at the moment, are going to need to adjust to that.
We'll speak about who's going to stand up. Obviously, a couple of rounds ago, we saw some good moments from Speakeasy. Barcode 11-7, Healthcare 7-7, right? So it's not really an individual effort. And so
Oh.
Hello. Where?
Obviously, a couple of rounds ago, we saw some good moments from Speakeasy.
Oh man, he was just
Barco
rotating
moment
after
seven,
placing a mute jammer.
Aniket 7-7,
Setup
right?
is
So
too
it's
late.
not really an individual effort, and
Oh.
Speakeasy does get a kill.
Wait,
Obviously, a couple of rounds
how does
ago,
he
we
even
saw
get
some
an
good
angle
moments from
there?
Speakeasy.
Sandy
Barco
is...
11
Oh.
7, Healthcare
Really?
7-7, right? So it's
Bro,
not
that is just
really an
unfortunate.
individual
Ryder's not able to
effort.
get the
Oh,
refrag.
Speakeasy
It's
does get a
really
kill.
unfortunate,
Golden
bro.
Knock
He,
takes out Sandy. That's a
like,
big kill.
he has to
16
ADS and go,
Sandy,
but
top
Speakeasy
frag
just
and
runs
Barco.
out, dude, like NVK
Dead
style.
and gone.
Good god. I mean, but to be frank,
a big
that mute jammer was lucrative as fuck. I get that, but it's not worth your life, man, because your setup is running too late. You can't solidify you into good positions. He got stuck in transition. Speakeasy caught that. That is a player skill, not a team thing. But yeah, it's also why you probably go to
In this
overtime.
round, and a big opportunity now for Elevate to get this one over to overtime. Rattle it down below on the pulse. And now you kind of flip that question over to Hunters. Okay, Sandy's gone. He's been so influential in this game. He's been a big standout. So who have you got to sort of replace him?
See, like as predicted, Ace
Oh,
can
it's
open that
working
wall.
on breach.
Firstly, they're not having anybody to
Rat
impact trick
has
there. Even if they
expected
did,
to play
there's
down
not
low.
much you can do.
I think there's a big opportunity here for Rattler to
So the Mira was a
get
good
the
idea,
neck
but
up
it's
back
very easy to
Nitro.
bypass.
And there
That's
we
a
go,
good
right on
C4.
cue. So Barco down, that's the Thatcher dealt with. Now, I
Thing
don't
about
know
that
if the
C4
ball
below is even if you breach the
open
pantry wall, you can
or
stand at the
response,
corner
but
and still
we're
C4
used
that
to
part.
countering the
And there's
ball
nothing
denial.
you can do as
So
an
yeah, it's
attacker
already been
unless you
open
go
partially.
in.
So, I don't
Oh,
know if
Rattler,
the
don't
wall's been
tell me you died to
opened or
vertical.
aggressed upon
You
too much,
died
which is
downstairs.
useful in
That's
countering
unlucky.
the wall denial.
Again, you see the problem there, right? Rattler, you don't have anybody playing on the desk with you due to fear of nades. And if there's no crossfire or distraction, then the chances that when you swing and this guy is not watching you is very infinitesimally low. So your C4 was good, but you could have stalled a bit more. Maybe showcased your presence, give them the fear factor that hey, I can come up. Let them try to deal with you. But yeah.
So yeah,
Or maybe even if you're playing below, then Sandy can play that desk. Even with no shield, I feel like that desk is a very playable position. Or did Flores
yeah, it's
open
already
it?
been open partially. So, not the worst of losses there for Elevate, but it is still one player
Tough to
down.
say.
Fortunately, though, they regained.
Yeah,
the
maybe it's
advantage
open.
back that pick
Ah,
from
it's open.
RP.
Yeah, then though you cannot
See,
play that
defense
desk. Not your
position's
fault.
Not all that strong,
Beat!
but Beat chumps out.
Oh, no.
Beat!
So I tell you what, they are really giving Elevate a good fight here. They do have good space though through Astra on the attack.
Yeah, I like this. Good look in towards Trophy. And it might just catch them here.
You see the discipline, right? Like they know they cannot play there. They may be in awkward positions as a defender. So they step off.
Is he going to be wary for this?
I
all
guess
the way
Beat's
through
position
now,
is
Barpe. Oh, and when I
attacker
say
sided
all the
though.
way through, straight to the
Yeah.
doorway, and Beat had no idea.
Yeah, no, like again, when by Beat were not playing together, Beat should have avoided that corner or played deeper, I guess. If like played deeper and then swing, you know, like that is the problem of your playstyle also. Like UGG's playstyle that you go very passive when you don't need to peek, but sometimes you just have to take those risks, right? Maybe Beat plays the corner, Venpai and Beat swing together, get that kill. Would have been better because now that guy is walking into your territory and you already have no territory left because they have sight.
Hands on a mission, and RP fights 3. Eventually shut down at landing to silence. Is he going to be the one now to have his own heroic moment for Hunters in his own counter defuse scenario in a 1 versus 2? Back over towards Trophy. Nitrous, I mean, that's just basically with a prayer. Maybe looking for it to get shot out, looking for a little bit of intel. Instead, he's flashed his full white, and they know where
Nothing
he
you
is.
can do in this type of
They've got him
crossfire.
pinned down.
You
He
surrendered
is
sight,
dead
you couldn't
to right.
refrag the
And
numbers.
This one is going all the way to overtime to begin this best of 3. Surely, Flash will go behind him. Silence will avoid it through Trophy.
How fast
Can't
was
get a chance
that?
To land. Elevate, fight back. This one goes to OT.
You saw
Yeah,
how
you should
quickly he
have
went
that
from right to
position
the
of
left
Sandy,
side of
you
the
can see
screen,
him
that
handle
Flores.
so much
Crazy.
Pages.
side.
Overtime.
Now this round is worth
Step
watching.
up in big moments, which is what
This
you want
round
from
finally UG is
star
able to.
players. It's all
Why
about
do I
route
keep
to
saying UG? But yeah, Hunters is able to
farm
bypass
games or
that
farm these
aviator
rounds,
games
but,
hold, the hold on let's
that's
stairs,
against the wall when
90.
the stakes are as high as
They are able to
like
bypass
this.
it, and it's a very brilliant way of bypassing also. It's absolute tier 1 play.
Big rounds. Questionable Beacon Hunters now step to that same level. Ultimately, they need to surpass Elevate. to be fair, throughout the majority of this match, Hunters have looked really solid. They have made Elevate uncharacteristically uncomfortable. So credit to them. It's all well and good to make Elevate feel a little bit uneasy, to frustrate them a little bit if Elevate end up walking away with the map win.
Like whatever you guys had as ideas, they all shined this round, by the way.
We'll see what Hunters can do.
There's no 2 points, the 1 point scenario. You don't really get any kind of chocolates here unless you get.
Like all of this is known territory, you know. Barcode will play there, do some dum and fall back.
Been deserved. But
You don't go on trophy window because it's actually a waste of time. All of that is fair. They don't capitalize on that also.
Elevate just holding on.
If you're not on trophy window and they have the setup to play here, they could play trophy theoretically, but they don't. It's not part of the strat. You don't switch it up on overtime.
That trophy goes the Rattler, and it's Sandy, of course.
Really?
No one is surprised at
Oh
all.
my god, that is Giga Brain IQ. You know what he's doing there? He's cutting off rotates of more people either walking in below or going back up. And in the process, he somehow sees him making the angle there or something, or drones him, or I don't know what, and he nades and gets the kill. And it's a smoke of all people that's dead. They are running the trifecta of smoke, Goyo, and Aruni to deny time. And he gets the biggest one of them all.
Clears out
Crazy.
that hallway position, takes out the smoke.
Where
as well.
Sandy is playing and what he's
Massive
doing,
kill
Shaiko
for
used to
Sandy.
do it a
Goes
lot.
up to 17. And it's only a couple of kills away
Just
from
cut off
dropping to
rotates on the other
21.
part of the map. Make the process simpler. I guess it goes into the ancillary thing of clearing out that piano guy also, right? His intention maybe there is to, you know, that guy sets up into position in right stairs, the defender. The other defender wants to go into piano to set up his crossfire, but he can't because Sandy is holding him from main stairs. And nobody opens steady hatch because you want to play there actually. So yeah, that was good. Good
Massive
individual
Hunters, they
skill.
really struggle top red. If they can't clear red, then the smoke kill doesn't matter because they're not going to be pushing into the objective. The attack has been halted right here at this checkpoint both times. Off the back of Tolji, who outside of this objective, outside of this AVG defense has been quiet, but this is his element, this is his position. He's getting support down
No,
the
see,
slope,
Ape instead went
round,
below to
but
help. I guess from
not
90
that
hatch.
Tolji
He's
just
chilling there.
fine.
Now problem is he can
Down
C4
below, wants to
also.
try and focus
Beat
his
him
efforts
Venpai,
on
take a
Bob
2v1
Vincent.
against him. 3v1!
Can't
That's
push
great.
through onto site.
That is nice, that is nice. They still hold man advantage, 4v3.
But
But now see again, the core problem is still there because you have a guy who can still play 90. You have a guy on red stairs. And Barcode is playing on the map counter. So like the attackers, they don't know that this guy is not playing 90 right now.
On an AVG defense,
And they will stall with killing Tolji. So instead they all decide to rotate. You see Venpai rotating right now?
He's going to have to do so once again. Barcode
You see
still
Rattler there?
be able to set up shield very much
He's
in
picking up the
place. Couple of
diffuser.
more
Now
canisters still that
it
can
will
be blown
become
up.
2 pairs of 2s, right? Because Sandy and
25
Silence are
seconds
1 pair.
left.
Venpai and
Almost
Rattler are 1
still
pair.
Tolji.
Venpai is
It's
waiting to
Tolji.
time it
He's
with
landing
Rattler, by the
behind
way.
the plant
He's
pot.
chilling
He's
there.
gonna
He's
check
not
this one.
messing around.
It's
Sandy
that
gets the
finds
guy
him
on top
around.
main.
Tolji's got
These
hit
two
his
make a
shot.
refrag. Top like 2v1 on the guy on top of the red stairs. Best round in my opinion.
He got one, barely. It was more like a half shot. And he got the down onto the old Rattler. Barcode inside of A.
And look how well they set it up too, right? They took their full time to set it up. They droned and all. They finalized their positions and they timed it. That is the mark of a team that can go to tier 1.
Aviator behind you and Study though is silence. And like his name, he's silently crept up behind him through Study. It is overtime match point for Hunters, for India, to get a map on the board in the LCQ.
I tell you what, there's just another layer of drama in this game. And who other than Sandy, but to kick things off, huge pick onto the clutch potential in Speakeasy for Elevate. And then, unfortunately, Tolji just didn't have that same prowess. He went for that off-meta boost. That netted him 2 kills the first time he tried it. That
That
time,
was
though,
good. That was really good.
only got it down. A much better cleared Hunters. And they go to kitchen. So oh, I like this. They did it on. They did it in regulation, right? They started off. in
Now
kitchen,
their
they
passive
took
setup
Elevate
here,
off.
see now they added a Mira, right? They fixed their problem. Their problem previously was that they were not contesting top floor at all. You give ample time to the attackers to execute, you get stuck
I
in
do not
boxed
like this
around
approach at all
positions.
here, and
So
Elevate
if you add a Mira
make
above
sure that they're not
And now like Beat was playing Capcan before, he was lurking around 90 and all. So no proper play to play, no proper place to play around.
Up above, they were
He
struggling
fixes
to
it
find the
now,
space.
so that is good.
Well, they blew one overtime point. Sorry, one match point, I should say. Now they get an overtime match point. They get two of them, technically.
Stall above, waste time, fall back, play your
Another
good
thing
anchored
to sort of
setup,
keep in
which
mind
has
is obviously
Kide
for Elevate, if they can win this round,
and
then
that
they at least get to go back on
Melusi
the
and
defense.
all.
Sandy,
Also with the C4.
I'll ask
Sandy
you,
is
mate, but I
trying to
don't know
take
if that's the
revenge
play.
on
You've been the
Speakeasy
top
for that
fragger.
spawn peak. When he
You've
got
been the
spawn paid
linchpin.
around for.
You can't go for those kind of plays.
Last
Leave
round
that
of
up
the
to
game as
Beats,
well.
for example, who has actually done a good job in those spawn peaks. Holds his position though on the mute down below. 18 and 10. And again, remember, you're doing all of this without Jittery. Vampire, though, has been a perfect substitute in his place. They haven't missed a beat. It's so impressive. Hold above with the mirror in stat trophy, and it's a pressure point now for Elevate. That's where
They're saving
shaping up to
reinforcements
push
also.
through.
Did not do the
Bedroom,
right
pressure
one.
towards
Actually,
Quals
there's
and
no
Quals
problem
now,
with that.
and they'll look
The
to fast through.
wall to the right of the
Vampire
mirror,
will have to be
or like
basically
left of this
perfect behind
perspective,
that mirror window.
it doesn't do much if you are attacking, even if you open it. Just a
Trying
mere
to
angle
stall
into
out as
trophy,
much.
because you
Vampire
see
will have
why
to be
that is,
basically
right?
perfect
Wait.
behind that mirror window.
Yeah, so the angle that they are getting is this. This wall. Raw angle it is. So even if you leave it soft, you're saving reinforcements for a proper anchor. I think it's good. Adding just one reinforcement, playing the Mira there. Venpai will promptly leave it also. So it's good. It's a good addition. Simple but effective counter strat.
Just trying to stall out as much time as possible. An early Q though, he'll fall off. 4 nitro cells were selected in this round. I just saw at least one get pre-placed. I think the second already blown, and Rattler has a big job here in calling out this information. Making sure that the defense can collect a kill or two. Minute 30 remains in the round, and Arpe gets to work with that Skeleton King on the vert. A lurk over towards 90 as well from Beat, so he'll look to play a late flank. Nomad in play though for Elevate.
So just over a minute remaining. Still no real.
Now 1 minute left. Buck is doing vertical, but Elevate is under a lot of pressure. Now they are expecting flanks and all, but no picks were given. Mira was able to stall a crucial 40-50 seconds just by placing it there, showcasing presence. A problem that the attackers had to deal with. Without that problem to be dealt with, there was nothing to be done. And Rattler will play it better also this time. He is using his pulse scanner and
He's
all.
held very quiet down in the cellars.
Marco, don't tell me you jumped that, dude.
Late round here, and he's been so
God.
influential in so many other rounds.
Don't jump.
He seems prepared for the
Don't
drop
jump.
down.
What an
And
idiot.
he's gonna get it. Sandy,
What an
stand
idiot.
up and take a
Is
bow.
that you're about how
for
you
this
were thinking to
magnificent
clear
performance
this?
that you
Not
brought
droning
on
basement
for
and
everyone
jumping
to
pantry
see.
window.
That's told you. That's the hard
Fucking
bridge.
idiot.
It doesn't matter. There's only 20 seconds left, and it's go time for
That's too
Elevate.
brilliant.
They've just got to send it on.
Now see how good Rattler is playing it now. Good scare. You see, like he pulse scanned it. He knew they were about to rush. He set himself up in a good corner and he pre-fired at the right time. 1,000 times better than how they lost the second attempt of Dining Kitchen.
A massive moment for South Asia. They're on the board.
And this is how Hunters won a map. The only South Asia team to win a map against an international team in the LCQ.
Hunters have pushed Elevate all the way, not only to OT, but then to close it out. 2 rounds back to back. They've looked good. Elevate shaken in that map. I mean, congratulations to be the first team from South Asia to play the map in the bracket. That alone is a great performance, considering the discrepancy that we have seen between these 2 sub-regions. But then to close it out in the fashion they did with so much confidence, despite the sub, honestly, great. And map 2, I tell you what, it was already pretty precarious for Elevate going in.
I added a poll in,
Have had
like whether you all are ready for map 2 award review, because like if you guys feel like you are tired by watching one map and all, then that's up to you.
Definitely the better team. Definitely more deserved than Elevate. I think Elevate have got to be very concerned.
Yeah, GT Rattler is the good. He improvised. He fixed his mistakes from round 11.
Sandy, absolutely.
When he swung at the wrong time, he scanned, he saw them coming, he took the corner and he swung on the right time. He killed 3 people there.
Also, shout out
That is completely Rattler being a goat.
But I thought he had some really good spawn picks, really good kills that really.
Look at these dumbass casters. They are commenting and like bracing for spawn peaks. I mean, granted, yeah, beats zombies are really good, but still, that's not the level of analysis you expect from these people. To wait, I need to dial this back. Buddy, stream work, please. You know what? I'll take a 1 minute break. You guys can also take a 1 minute break. I'll just be right back, and then we'll start with border. Then that way I can give you all my full energy. That's why they ban Ying. They ban Ying because border is a very cringe map, so you can do all types of distracting stuff. You'll show that you are Ying and you'll all push that part of the map. When they all focus on that part, you send two people as Trojan horse on the other side and they kill everyone, and the guy on the other side they also kill everyone, and Ying makes sure that other than Warden everybody else is blind and there's nothing you can do about it. It's kind of garbage because the map is very short. There's a lot of tinderbox type of things or areas on the map where you can just Ying, distract, push one side, Trojan horse the other side, kill everybody. I'm just going AFK 30 seconds. I'll be right back. Cool, I'm back. Thanks for waiting for me, guys. I got your votes. Not a lot of votes, obviously, but still, we are continuing on with border. So, border was actually Monkey Hunters' pick, and Villa was Elevate's pick because there were a lot of words of Hunters on Villa where they saw that they had weaknesses. And consequently, the very last game of the Southeast Asia League, which had this thing, Elevate versus Bleed. Bleed was able to beat Elevate comfortably on around like 7-2, 7-3 something. So Hunters was able to like review their latest ward, not even some old match after which stats and all can change. The very last match of Border, and they also themselves had lost a Border game unluckily to Shaheens. So there was a lot of time for Hunters also to fix Borders. So theoretically, Border was the correct way to go here. So that is why they were able to ward review and all very properly dance, and that's why the Ying ban is. It's like MH knows what Elevate's going to do here. Play, buddy.
But I probably wasn't really expecting it to be brought out. We did see Hunters LFO dabble in that mirror from time to time, so maybe it's in response to that, and Elevate not wanting to clear that util.
Mr. I am Death goes into death at office window. Ashrit, watch that 90 hallway drone please. I will jump office window. And I will die 2000 different unlucky ways. Nahi, but sometimes you get 4 kills also out of it, bhai.
Big ramifications. Obviously for Elevate, a must win on Border. And obviously for Hunter, if they can win, they will move.
I am Death comes in office window. Bro, there should be like an Indian song for it or something.
Very disappointing result.
I'll ask Mojo to sing it
I
for
don't
me.
think they have to make the major, guys. I think that their minimum was to have made the semi-final to get to that match against the Direwolf. That has to be their goal.
HF, no GL, so that you don't jinx your own team. The pressure's on to them, bro.
Jittery's back, Vampire's out.
Okay, so
I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit.
Guys, why that wall is reinforced? That wall is reinforced for one very simple reason, and that is to make sure that the angle from the new bulk door is not very good enough, because if you leave this wall soft, you get gazillion levels of angles into CCTV, and this guy cannot cross in and out.
It's a bit harsh. Vampire played well. I thought it was actually pretty good back on
This castle barricade is certainly interesting. Like, what does it achieve?
Substitute, but Jittery, top
Nerfs the guy walking in from new bulk? Sure, what else?
Yeah, 100%.
They are reinforced of the bathroom hatch to play solo ball. That's kind of like an old border play, nothing like new border in there. There's a Monty Finca. And there's no smoke on the other side. Okay, Finca is justified. 3 people spawned office side. J3 is already in below. Hatch is not open. Cool. Cool. Elevate. You don't play anybody below. Cool, buddies. No problem.
He'll be able to cut off rotations back towards site. Perhaps when the team of Elevate start to feel that pressure from the Monty, and it does look like a pretty direct.
Looks like a very direct take so far.
And it was such a big moment as well.
Sandy is playing there like the Trojan horse, so when they do go for the execute, he can cut off their rotate as they try to go closer to archives, right? He is flashing. The plant is going down. C4 does not kill the planter but the window guy instead. And the whole Wait, I get it. Sandy died and the guy on the window died. Sandy's job was to stall them from coming into archives quickly. But where is everybody else though? Okay, Jittery is below. One guy is planting. 5th guy, who is 5th guy? Who is 5th guy? Where is 5th guy? Beat dies on the window. Not cool. Planter dies. There's another guy behind the planter, I'm assuming. Like, man, that is just sad. They set it up, but I guess one of the core problems in this was that they did not fake that they could push armory, fake that they could go east, like maybe play a twitch, break the 90 cam, break the east cam, confuse what you are going to do next a bit. The way how they hastened it up, and walked in simply. It works in high level rank, but in this type of situation, when their IGL does not see you doing anything else other than making this rush, and a Monty can be heard from a kilometer away. The crossfires were all okay, but the moment beat got C4, there's no way for your planter to survive. Jittery below with the nade was good, but I guess sending him to a place where he can enter as a Trojan horse from the other side would have been better. For example, armory door, metal stairs. The moment he starts walking up, maybe then you go for plant. stuff like that. Because when there's a plant going down, the nades that he will do will be all very at huckus ruckus type of spots, that people will run into this, run into that. But it's not a guaranteed success, because you don't know where the enemy will be at the exact moment he takes out the pin from his nade, throws it and all. The lack of a Trojan horse in this really killed it. Maybe Sandy Jittery, they push Armory at the same time they push this execute. Even if the plant doesn't go down, what you can do is you can slow down, and you can slow down, and then you can go for the refrags, and then you can take it to a 3v3, 2v2, stuff like that. Meta has advanced in a way where you can fake a rush, slow down, and then have all the room cleared out for you. You can do stuff like that here. It's a more advanced level way of doing this, I think. So either you send 2 people Armory side as a Trojan horse, that they go in, you get refrags, and then you stop the idea of planting and get kills instead. Do something like that. That gives you more opportunities, because this is one and done approach. By the way, death, he jumps your office window. So yeah, so there's no opportunity here. Once you fucked up, you fucked up. You done goofed big time. Metal, even East, if they could have taken East before committing to this, no, because they have Monty, they have Smokes, they can do this anytime they want to. They set up Jittery below, maybe try to get him a pick or something. You don't need to rush into this process that early. They tried to EMP the C4s.
It was at least a kill elsewhere, so it's a 1v3. But I mean, there's
Wait, I need to see that again, bro, if that's
Theory.
true.
So
Because I'm a big fan of that,
expect
bro.
he'll like they still have the
That's
likes
big fan.
of Judo back towards site. Perhaps when the team of Elevate
with Southeast
Thatcher
Asia,
has 3
a lot of times
EMPs.
historically in the APAC South Quals or the
1
SI
EMP, too
Quals,
late.
It's always
Too
been
late.
a difficult task.
No. That's not proper way to C4. You are EMPing way too close to the Monty. If you EMP has like a very decent range now. So if you EMP this part and you do it much sooner, so what would happen is that I think EMP does not trigger in the air. That at least as much as I know of. So if he throws it to the ground sooner, it detonates earlier, it saves his life, and when his life is safe, the castle cannot swing and get all the kills.
He's going to stick his plant behind Rattler, watching.
People assume that C4s will kill Planter. Yeah, that is true.
The kills. Rattler responds with 1. Was at least a kill
Like
elsewhere,
to
so
fix that C4
1v3.
problem, they sent Jittery below. It's a noble idea, but it's a bit outdated at that level.
Those kind of performance, big round invested, and even then it still went to overtime. So these two teams clearly.
What is it with these guys in the castle
Going
barricades?
to be those fine margins. These rounds are going
So
to
they castled it off.
be so important. You can't just throw them.
What if
away
Hunters
like that.
pressures sight directly at first? Then your guy in customs does not have a crossfire into metal. Walking in from lobby into site without that metal custom to metal crossfire, that castle barricade, I don't get it.
Elevate, obviously moving down below. Away
Which
like
footholds
that.
did this guy
In that
open?
instance, it was just gone before it even really began. A bit of workshop and customs though to start here for the
They're
second
extending
round.
into a
Elevate,
bathroom. But with 2 walls reinforced on tellers, that is weird. Again,
big change up.
like very
Lion and
awkward elements that Elevate has in this strat. Like sure, you'll get confused, like geez, what are they doing? But once you figure it out, the entry points are really easy. Even the entry into terrace is easy because they reinforce both walls.
which can be a decent way to counter
Interesting.
intrudes. Getting a little bit of information.
They really
Oh,
cash in on that
smaller.
Valk presence though,
little
because
while
Valk will
longer.
make sure that they know when to swing. That's the only thing that they have going. Otherwise, I don't like this strat.
It's certainly a more traditional lineup.
Is there
with
CC
at the
hold?
zero, though,
There's a
bit of wild
rotation.
card entry.
Cheap CCTV presence. That is okay.
Information, perhaps even
Like teams do a better CCTV presence than this actually. If you look at how BDS plays and all,
Valk.
they will play CC like
Now it's just about
a
Gary
lot harder than this.
picking a point of entry here, which sometimes on border can be one
That
of the more difficult
foothold,
parts of
frost
the attack
mat.
is identifying a point of entry and then being able to exploit it.
See now this round you see how diversified the spawn points and everything of MH is. Now there's a confusion, where will MH enter from?
And obviously,
You open that window, you shoot down that frost mat,
like that's one thing.
like you cannot trust the sound in siege.
They're not
So
gonna go
you
quiet.
will
But
also have to,
you mentioned sort of
you know,
tilting
keep on
and everything
rechecking
like
that,
I
hey,
don't know
have
if
these
they
guys jumped
still- I
into
think
the
they just
window?
sort of lock in. I think they would know that they're more
Hello.
impacted in the series and win out. It's a free kill to beat.
I mean,
Freebie for Ape.
3-year-old ranked
Out of
moments
break,
still
gets the
happen
kill,
in
and
border.
Elevate get the opening kill.
It's
2
mad.
rounds in a row, more than good enough.
How would
They're not
Jittery die? Let me predict.
gonna go out quite
Barcode as
quietly.
castle
They're
kills
also,
Jittery.
you
Barcode
mentioned
is
sort of
playing
tilting
below.
or anything like that.
Jittery
I
was
don't know
last
if they would
seen
actually
on
tilt. I think they're just sort of
Archives
locking.
balcony.
I think
Does he
they
die
would
vertically?
know that they're more than good
That
enough
sucks.
to be able to get back into the series and win out. Free kill onto beat. Freebie for Ape. Out of break. Gets the kill.
Castle is below, but where is Jittery in the end? Did he enter bathroom? It's tough for me to say from here.
Not going to go out quietly. They're also, you mentioned
No, that backpack,
sort of tilting.
that is
or anything
Jittery.
like that. I don't know if they
Yeah,
would
and the
actually
Lion
do it. I
scan,
think
yeah.
they're
So
just
he
sort of
entered
locking.
archives and he died. Again, that's a
I think
refract
they would
problem.
know that they're
Maybe
more
if
than
he
good
takes
enough to
Rattler
be able
with
to get
him,
back
somebody
into
with
the
flashes
series
on the
and win out.
window, flashes.
Freebie for Ape.
I guess
Out
like
of
they're
break,
skipping the
gets
steps.
kill,
You need
and
to
Elevate
solidify
gets
presence
the
on
kill.
one part
2
of the
rounds
map
in a
before
row.
you go
But
direct.
then follows up, gets rid of
But
Jittery.
beat dying,
And I do wonder if
that
Jittery might be
showcases
an
that there's a
opportunity
lack
today.
of
Can be a
info.
little bit jittery in this game. Vampire had a very solid.
Yeah, so the approach that like MH went for here is that they wanted to scatter around and get picks here and there, unexpected picks as the defense rotated. But because the defense is so like adept at predicting you right now, no, there's nothing you can do unless you commit. Yeah, I saw it on stream also. I know you saw the vertical holes. Yeah, maybe if you like had some refrag with you. Where's Rattler in this process? Let me
Performance to
see.
come in, your team
Okay, he is on the window.
has already won.
I don't know. Like if you have lost the gunfight, then I might as well have Rattler jump in and take the risk that he gets a refrag, because if he dies or if he doesn't die, the round is lost anyway.
Without you, there's a little bit of
Like might as well monkey all the way than monkeying half the way. That's my
that,
point.
internal.
Like Sandy was holding the metal cross, you were trying to go in, Beat died there. Like Beat was also not set up to, you see the thing about border is you create ruckus on one part of the map and you must time it with an entry on the other part of the map. Beat, instead of entering the other part of the map, he like he was going to east at that time when you did the push with the lion scan and all. So the full team was not in sync at that round. He was underneath the vertical looking at workshop door. Yeah, I know. Acha. Okay, understood. Okay. At this point, round is toast. You see the people that are left alive, if they are not participating in that monkey, you'll never win border, right? So if Sandy is holding for rotates, and you and Rattler don't jump in and die together, and Beat's not entering the other part of the map along with their distraction, getting a kill or getting important map control, then you're not going to win border. It's all dependent on whether Jittery gets that pick or not, which is very linear. Technically, I see the point. Sandy is going in there. When you go in to archives, if somebody is rotating from CC to metal, he can see it from below. I get the point, but then it's better for you to fake your entry than actually entering and risking it, because if you want to enter, you want other people also to participate in the ruckus. That's the whole point of border. There's no other way of winning it. If half your team goes aggro and half the team is holding for rotates, then more often than not you lose border anyway, at least. I think I should have tuned my stream for low latency. Maybe some delay between what you're seeing on stream and typing and what I'm seeing. Care that. Bathroom tellers. Let me focus on their setup more. No castle. They will use phase like Capcan traps. The ones from Berlin Major. That is not a problem. Frost will open the passport wall and barricade probably, so that passport entry is not free. No? No? Okay. So this is not a very good setup so far. They're not doing much with it. They just opened the hatch, did basic workshop. There must be light CCTV hold again as usual. Elevate has this theme of always opening that 92 break rotation. Not 92 box rotation, but 92 break rotation. And this time they reinforced off the two fountain walls. That means they'll try to play directly inside office. I'm not personally a big fan of that, but I see NA teams doing it all the time. So that's whatever suits your board. Hunters is going for an east heavy take again. You either take east for free or you take CC somehow. If the setup is kind of like this, then I would say try to jump in from the window. Okay, there's a guy playing banana desk also. That's a lot of setup on this side, honestly. Office they cannot take directly, but at least armory they can. Like, they have to quicken up their entries, because this type of crossfire that they are doing here early round. Now you see again the problem, right? The other three people of the team are not well set up. So where is Sandy in this? Okay, that was Sandy on the window only. Did the other guy die? Like, you can take entry into customs. I feel like you can, like, you need to find gaps before you commit, and you need to make sure that your full team is committing. So what happens here is, who dies first? Okay, Rattler, I'm assuming, died on break door. I can only assume. He'll have to go. Yeah, so he's entering passport. Oh, yeah, there's a drone also watching for them below, right? That's the whole point, I guess. The thing is, Jittery, Sandy, and one more guy have to be there to 3v1 that gunfight or 3v2 that gunfight into CC if you are committing. Or if you're able to take East for free, then take East for free first. Yeah, I saw that drone below East. That means Rattler must be entering below from that drone's info. But he got caught from new balcony, I'm assuming. I saw a guy on new balcony that they did not expect, probably. So yeah, Sandy's trying to act cheeky from that window, but instead of that, if you would have opened the window, because anyways, it's not like you're making a surprise play, and Jittery is not able to commit there. Okay, that is a good trade, agreed. Better than last time. Yes, you see that East guy, he's a problem. Now Jittery is still extending into it, but his team is not ready there to help him out. Now, if there was a guy on that East door trying to pressure him at the same time, would have been better. See, okay. Again, mistiming, a lot of mistiming. Like, you need to make sure what you are going for before you actually go for it. No, like Hunters, I think 4 attacks they keep on struggling in this, and then they get 2 attacks. One round is a good clutch, but these beginning rounds there's a lot of mistiming between Jittery, Rattler, Sandy, and the other two. Because if the other two would have committed to East during this chaos, then maybe the Sazami would have died. Maybe, just maybe. The moment you make it a 3v5 or something and you're not able to reflag, you lose border. Full team has to monkey at the same time. How Dark Zero does it is, Dark Zero, they keep droning it like crazy early round. Like crazy, 5 drones, 6 drones. And then when they do, they hard commit. So they don't even enter the map till the first 80 seconds, I think. And they just chill outside. They keep on droning, so that their intentions become clear on what they want to do. Because border is such a ruckus map, bro. I'm not a big fan. But yeah, your full team has to be monkeying. Like Rattler entering below, that can only be a solo play. He has to come up East, he died. But at the same time, you must also have a guy on East road who can walk into East and force gunfights. That wasn't there. Big missing element. Sandy wasn't expecting to die there. He was expecting to hit a cheeky pick. So again, like, your intentions and what you want to achieve have to be very clear on border. Maybe if you open up the window, set up nades and shit, set up all your people, then you try to go for an entry. या तो इस पार या उस पार. That is how it is. And the way how you guys tried it does not work.
Really solid. Them, it's just like Hunters. They need to wake up.
Yeah, they are really struggling at the moment, and I think there's a combination of a couple of things.
Even if you think about the 3v4, no, Jittery, where you were walking around that new balcony, like, I really don't know the fancy call, sorry. But when you were walking on the new balcony, if you had a guy opening up the East door, even if he cannot get the Azami, if you just both are there together, there's a chance of a refrag. You saw your teammate go on the East door later, right? And he got wallbanged through the barricade. So again, that was a major timing problem.
Their information does seem to be lacking, and even the information they're gathering is sort of an aim, not
0-3. Armory Archives. What happens next?
Yeah, I mean, this is obviously the response that we probably wanted to see from Elevate, though, at the very least, or had to see. I think if this had been another close back and forth kind of game, similar to Villa, question marks well and truly would have been there for Elevate. But you know, when you go down, you lose a map, didn't have the best of time on Villa. It's like, okay, you can kind of maybe accept that result.
Actually, my stream does not have that much delay. It's only like a 6 or 7 second delay. That is nice.
The true test of a team.
Yeah, so Armory Archives again. They castle off the break door. This castle barricade I'm able to understand. Wait, I can explain these castle barricades a bit better. Hold. So, these barricades that they are doing below, that is just to make sure they don't easily crouch walk up these stairs, hunters, against Elevate.
Well and truly would have been there for Elevate, but
The castle barricades break door first, I'm assuming.
Didn't have the best of time on Villa.
He then castles off the new balcony door again. I guess that new balcony door castle is... It is... Oh no, he castles off this castle barricade. Okay, so I need to understand why they are castling this one. This one I'm not able to understand. Maybe it's like a bigger part of, like, they reinforce this wall so that there's no angle. A guy can play banana as long as he wants. And the guy from here, he's not pressured from that door. And then this rotation, oh yeah, must be for this rotation. To cover this rotation from break door, I guess. That must be the reason. Cool, understood.
Lost, whatever, close game.
Huh.
That I think really shows the
Now this castle barricade, this one ensures that you can run around the hallway without fear of the break door guy killing you. So what you can do with this castle barricade is you can peek left and you can peek right of this reinforcement. And you can cross at any moment without them killing you as long as that castle barricade is there. They create a set of angles which are very tough to predict. Like this castle barricade, this will ensure, because it's the far east door on long, this will ensure that you can walk in and out of office all the time, but the guy on east cannot pressure you.
Professional than what we saw in Villa, where they looked quite shaky, basically.
So that castle barricade, if it was done on this door, that would mean that this guy is boxed in here and he cannot walk in and out of office. Far one means he can still walk in and out of office, but east guy cannot kill him. Yeah, castle barricades are not the best, but they create a very set of confusing angles, and if you're not used to playing against them, you'll peak angles that are not in your advantage. That's the whole point of them, I am assuming.
Elevate look like a team now.
They're not even playing utility catchers, no Warden or Jaeger or anything. No Aruni also, which means they're easy to deal with if you bring a Zofia and a Nash. But you have to think what you want before you peek and you die. That pick is good. They took East, good intentions, good timing. A bit solo, but better. I'm assuming Rattler is holding out his office window run out, which is good. The place where Elevate has placed footholds, I would instead place a rotation there and reinforce it later so that they don't allow that east entry from happening that easily. Yeah, castle barricades mostly are default. This east hall one is default. Break door one is not that tricky. That break double door one was new, that I haven't seen before. Break, you understood, right? Where the fridge is. That one was new to me. Oh dude, that was wonderful. Teamwork.
It's taken down and the pick to follow. So this is better from Hunters, a little bit more systematic the way they're looking to clear these positions around the map. Now the onus for...
You see, because this left part is castled and Azamidov, he always goes in for that swing at certain moments. But this time coordination was much better. Started from east, timed it with the breaking of the castle barricade to make sure that you get that kill, which was very nice. And then after that, it's just falls apart.
And that's something they haven't really had in this first
This was a good round, well deserved.
Map presence, map control, getting an
Dude, Rattler is nuts.
and it's kind of a flow-on effect. You get the flawless round because
like look at this guy, dude, just shitting on those international teams. Nice.
Open things up. Elevates defense, a little bit more stretched.
Nice.
Can't quite cover all of the angles. And a really good play as well underneath that momentum. So had issues.
Oh no. The host.
So close. They're back underway. 5th round here on Border. Hunters very much got that sense that they're going to have to go back-to-back rounds here, get to 2-3, get that scoreboard ticking over. Going into then, after that, the final round of the half. Big round coming up.
I am death. Your window jumping has been nerfed by one frost mat, buddy. There you go. Elevate knows how to counter never diamonds or won't stop peeking. Elevate has it figured out.
It's going to be tough, especially with the Zami persisting and Ape.
He's playing banana. Sight is the same. They have a fountain to 90 rotate. They opened up the bathroom hatch this time, realizing that you guys don't go for an office take that much. Frankly, nobody goes that much for a full office take. You just try to pressure office, get picks and rotate here and there. Pushing full office is a rare thing. I think Rogue used to do it a lot. But other than that, I haven't seen much. Like Rogue will pull commit, open triple wall, jump the window, then nade the guy in fountain. Works well if you can get the defenders to play passively here. Okay, you are going for an east take again. He's pressuring that hatch guy from below. That is nice. Understood. Nobody is on east yet.
Round probably will benefit Hunters, all things considered.
No, Castle is playing closer to break. He has recognized that you guys don't play CC. You don't pressure CC properly.
Well off the mark. Shield looking to get placed over towards
So you taking east will depend on you not getting swung on by this guy at the wrong time.
There though, told you still with one more in hand.
I don't see why your east entry is being stalled other than this angle. This is the angle that he just has. But it's not a very defender-sided angle.
It's been slow going compared to the first 4 rounds really. This one has slowed right down, and I wonder, does that benefit Hunters?
So you have east now. You have break room balcony.
Still again,
you don't have much else. 1 minute left.
Over the top east stairs they go. Rattler on the Yana. Big switch up there.
I should have opened that triple wall. Maybe you pressured this guy who was playing solo. Open up those long angles. Try to get a pick on this frost, I guess.
Really want that contact. Patient at the moment, 60 seconds.
It's a bit delayed, honestly. You see now Sandy rotated all the way to open up that wall, and 50 seconds left. A lot of delay. Jittery is entering below. That fountain crossfire is a very old thing. The place where Barcode's playing right now, that's what SSG used to do all the time. And you know the best part? Where Barcode is playing right now, SSG in the old border used to stick a shield up there, and they would place a shield like slanted over here, and that would help them watch office window. This is still good even in the new version of the map. Like they can jump, but the moment they swing you, you have a shield and you're playing a corner in which you cannot be killed. So this is very old stuff, but it's still one of the beauties of order. His death's taking place. Frost has crossfire, he can watch triple wall. Tough to deal with when that Azami is there. Sandy could not deal with it and identify it. Also there's a Vamai there, honestly. What I would go for is I would try to kill this Vamai first. You have an ace available, try to breach it, get long angle from east, then try to pressure Tolji. That way would have been better. Because if you cannot kill healthcare and you try to kill Tolji immediately, who has a one-sided warden, Vamai trap with what trap? Azami trap with him, then he's very tough to deal with. It's very tough to push this actually, this type of setup into office. Do you guys win this round? Oh yeah, you guys. Okay, I need to go mute on this. This was insane stuff.
Oh, good shot. Traded though elsewhere on the map. That silence falling. Jittery finds a kill. So at the very least, some of the trades that do go out, it's not too much of an issue at the moment for Hunters, and quite a couple of low health members of Elevate remain. 13 seconds. Rattler again. Jittery 2. 10 seconds left. Finding 2 massive kills in quick succession for Hunters. Jittery on the floor. Healthcare.
Barcode did not make a good rotation.
Time. Rattler hunts him down.
What an what a dumbass shit, bro. Like, that rotation was not proper, and you guys did a wonderful push. There was still a bit of a mistiming though, by the way. Like you walking up the stairs, and Rattler walking into CC. It was a bit mistimed, but because you were there to use that opportunity when your team died pushing office, right? You were able to capitalize. If you would have done this at the same time as your team pushing office, there could have been some success out of that office push also. But you guys clutched it and you guys played that 2v4 to perfection. That was really good stuff. But pushing office that way without trying to take any other map control, like you need to figure out a way to get CC on your own. You cannot bypass it all the time.
And forth kind of nature that we saw on Villa.
There are various ways
making its
teams
way
use to take
over
CC.
to border, basically for the first round.
You can use some
Finally
of
we
them.
get it.
Again, like I said, how Rogue used to do it.
Scrappy
Fake
and
an
messy
East
and
push,
fighting, but we love to see it. And Hunt's
take
getting themselves a
CC
big
then,
round win. They needed it.
pressure
Now they
office,
put
make them
themselves in a
focus on
position,
office
guys,
because the
where
90
3-3
guys will
after a
focus on
0-3
Fountain now.
start.
Like you saw Castle, he was not playing break or anything, he was playing Fountain to office window. So at that time, maybe you can go for a CC take, drone those guys, hide a drone in the chaos. Stuff like that you can do. Good clutch, but again, clutches are not desirable. I mean, coming down to the clutch situations is not desirable.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think 2 attacking rounds on this map with these bans is actually pretty solid. I mean, we've seen Hunters fight from similar positions in the past, and there we go. So, yeah, I think I'll take that. Elevate will be a little bit frustrated. That round really should have been theirs, but some good fight in the late round there from Hunters, which has been one of their strengths in this series. We saw a number of late round efforts and clutches from them, Villa, and those traits are transferring across, over towards border.
YM Death, you check for that frost trap.
Really, for Elevate,
That's nice.
I wouldn't want to be.
What if you check for that frost man and there's a player also sitting below
down the
over
line
there?
of no Flores, me in play, Valk in play,
You have a no crossfire
it's
problem.
border meta. It is not going to be a pleasant experience for the attack, so you need to have a lead.
5 seconds remaining. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
So I'm trolling only, yeah, Death. Why should I judge your rank plays? Why?
To say the least.
They
big
work.
round
You set up
coming
a simple drone, you jump, all is good.
It's not a map defining round by any means, but it can go such a long way if Hunters get this attacking round, and we don't know. This could end up being slightly defend decided if these two teams lack the prowess of attacking this map of border. We don't have all of the
A
information
90
we'll find
shield?
out in the second half.
Just like Sparko's
But
times.
get another drone top east stairs, and that's probably been somewhat of a difference.
Sandy should take east, it's free, right? Take it quick.
And that's kind of opened things up for them as well. They can push through waiting.
Take
towards
faster,
break
I
and
guess.
security. Obviously, you can get
Those
down the corridor, you can
footholds-
push in towards archives. You can play down.
Like,
bottom of
unless
the
you
stairs
open the
as
solo
well.
wall,
So you really
they don't get
kind
a
of
very
given
good
them
angle on
the
your
site.
southeast
The
door
last two rounds
also.
have been able to utilize that a lot better.
But that's
Making
also
the
good in a
partners
way. He's being
teams
thorough.
over Knights back in the day
Thorough?
used to really
Thorough?
block off this position.
Oh,
Real critical sort of highway part of the map.
What is
Sandy
Ape
Wiley.
doing?
That was a bit strange from Ape. He just
that was all very weird, bro. That was all very weird shit. Like, all those things you guys droned and all, but Beat was not expecting new balcony. Open that window up maybe partially, then go in. Mistiming problem, I think. Like, it's just unlucky, you know. The moment you stop droning and all, it's just this shit came. This happenings. This keeps happening. No, like, the moment he stops droning or something, he walks in. There's a guy casually walking up east balcony, just
stuck
kills
around
him.
as if it was like
Like,
vacated. He got
bruh.
one, thought that was it. He was done.
This is why ranked mentality of Ash charging and
One
rushing
more
into
time.
east might as well be better.
Probably
Because,
six
like,
games now.
what are you supposed to do at that time?
A couple of final reinforcements going up here for the extension up above.
It says that's why you want drone. Yeah.
Jittery could be the thorn in the side of this push. There might not be that much stopping him from just straight up walking into sight here.
See how clear the sight is.
Watching the doorway.
The vertical guy is also not watching. If they are able to deal with that half wall guy vertical angle, they might as well plant.
Not ideal, but he pushes in aggressively.
Literally risking vertical angles again. Hello. Are yaar. Jittery, it was such a neat idea, no? They gave it all to you for free. But you could have snuck in and waited also, because your team was not ready to act with you on that. The idea was correct. You see at them strategically and everything, and now that I can see highlights, they don't have anybody on half wall also. The idea was bang on. If you could have snuck in and just waited for somebody to reveal their face to you, you would have won the whole round there. But because you went in, you could not see the guy on the right, you were made. Like the mafia guys say, you were made. So that caused a problem. Otherwise, though, it was good.
And either, but eventually loses his life to Tolji. Rattler still out on that balcony. Slow push. They lose silence as well. So well, Elevate.
Does Rattler
quietly
deliver
giving
a good night
themselves
here or
couple of
not?
Really big kills here in this round,
3,
and they know that
2.
Rattler is deep into
That was the most horrible way to die there, sadly.
archives. Rushes past that. Nitrocell, but well timed for Speakeasy.
Like, you guys all have the correct positions. You see it, right? You have a guy on east. You have another guy to walk up. You have a guy on archives door above, but you're not timing it. Yeah, your timing was sadly awful again. If you had snuck in, hid behind the server rack, waited for somebody to come up to you, waited for some defender to come up to you, or waited for some attacker to walk in with you also, and at the same time you need to send somebody above to distract the vertical. Yeah, like, but as a player you think it's unlucky, not you but even guys in my team. If Ayan would have died that way, he would have said it was unlucky, but I would say that it's a missing element of teamwork and intent. Same thing if you would have communicated that I'm gonna do this, because you took a risk anyway, and they would have taken the risk with you. Map is border, it's a monkey map, something would have come out of it, because neither Rattler, Sandy or Silence, anybody was there with you to help you out in any.
Right.
Even if they don't push workshop directly, if they use your distraction in some way, like think of it this way, right? You walk into site, a panicked person like me calls, "Hey guys, he's inside, help!" They are distracted, they try to peek vertical and shit, they walk into site. Even if you die before they can come down, "Hey guys, side guy is dead." Imagine Sandy, Rattler and Silence, all three of them just fucking them up left, right, down and center. That's how border works.
Will ward off this little comeback here from Hunters to take a 4-2 lead going into the second half. That's job done from them. Seriously good half. Started with a wonderful opening 3 rounds. But don't count out Sandy. If he can get a couple of 1v1s,
Two of them dropped right as I made the play.
That's
Hi yaar, they both were above and they dropped the moment you pushed in. Maybe if you could have told somebody to watch your drone, maybe that could have been a step in the right direction. Maybe, just maybe. But it's like hindsight 2020 at that point. More than this, it's tough for me to say also.
a wonderful flick onto the head of healthcare, and he's on for the ace.
Barcode buddy.
But he won't be aware of
Barcode buddy.
barcode inside a bathroom. That's the ref. He shot the prisoner.
Shot his own elevator.
Eventually, though,
Wow.
got the kill. When it's half, we
Well, and then Sandy's been given the frag license with the warden, which can also dissuade any threats from the likes of the flashbangs and
2-4, you are on defense. You brought Aruni, so you get respect from me for that only.
from the defense. I think Hunters, provided they remain level-headed and stay confident first and foremost. I don't think
You are enforcing
all that
2
surprise
of those walls. It's very passive, I think. You need some type of angles to dissuade east entry. Like they were dissuading you. You did 2 of the 3 break room walls, if I saw it correctly.
yeah, and so now the
Yeah.
question marks will be around.
It's
Hunters
good
and
to
their ability
hunker down
get
on
that
CC,
point
but
forward.
it's
Now,
not
they
good
defend
to
well,
create
they
that
were-
fear of ever
they're
present
quite aggressive,
long
looking to try and
angles.
take early contact.
Now see how clear their intention is, Elevate's
The
intention.
tension
They
for
are
Elevate very much
very
the
clear
long
that they want
before
CC.
take part
They
in
entered
the
below,
competition
they
away
droned.
or something like
They are
East
simply live
is-
droning in Ape.
and when obviously sort of drone their
He's
way through
in.
the
Now
map
your
and
guy on the
understand
CC
map
box
control
thing
so
cannot
important.
play, cannot sustain. Even the guy who playing 90 cannot sustain because both those things are nadeable. He's self-droning for the nade. Where is the rest of his team? I have to see this. So Tolji is droning. This Barcode's just chilling outside customs for some reason. Oh no, it's Barcode's drone that Ape is watching. This is a Twitch drone. Speakeasy's drone, not Barcode's drone.
So they'll take their time, they'll clear through, they'll get that map presence, they'll get also a little bit of vert to go with it. Looking to clear out player and security, that's going to be the Azami of Jittery. 2-1 since the rehost. Haven't thrown that just yet though.
You reinforce the hatch, which I respect, because that hatch being soft creates a lot of problems. Okay, beat is lurking in below. They have 3 guys above trying to clear you out. Or 2 guys above, 2 below, 5th is unknown.
Even more difficult to hit. Arpe is going to try again. That one at 90 does not land. So that's a big win for Jittery and for Hunters that can allow him to continue his hold here inside of security with less threats now available. There are 2 nades in the pocket of Barcode.
They are using Ace to deal with the
Barriers
Azami
with
traps, bro.
Jittery able to replace.
Stall factor is good, 1 minute 20 seconds. You should be able to win this comfortably.
He does do a chunk of damage, but it's
Their
not
full intention is to get CCTV, and one of the intentions is to kill Beat who is flanking, because Barco's there to watch his flank.
Yeah, they
So
are.
one thing that I have seen that I really like here is sticking a deployable camera on this small
And
pillar.
they're playing
Then you can swing this
fine
with
as well,
information.
not really looking
I guess you could be having it already also. I don't
to
know.
try and do too much, not getting too aggressive, not really playing below either. Nice little drone onto Rattler inside of Armory. And understanding he's holding that close angle at the doorway, he can also look
Is a
in
bulletproof
towards
cam there?
security. An interesting line of sight here.
He's
opens up.
shooting it.
So
It's
that
there!
Window vault
Plus
with the
respect.
frost mat can get watched from the doorway. The Hunters have really got that position sort of locked down and elevate. I think are going for a last second rotate here. Might look to push through break. Got one.
Should be able to win. You have
There's
not surrendered
12
any
seconds
big. You have
remaining in
somewhat
the
surrendered
round.
CC.
But Elevate is just still not really all that focused to go direct to site. They've got players.
Like
below
if they have to win, they have to rush archives
to make
and
that push in. One on the
kill
second
the guy in
foul, and
CC.
Jittery
Okay,
gotta be
Beat is
very
not flanking
careful
below
here. Nice
anymore.
shot from Elevate.
There's like no
Ultimately,
utility
he
also
won't
left
do
on
15
Elevate.
seconds
No
left. It's
EMP,
go time
nade,
now.
smoke.
Beat watches that archives window
ready?
to push in.
Good kill.
Spots him. Easy kill. Onto
Yeah,
Barco.
see,
Told you, watch him. He's the
wait.
one with the diffuser. He lost his
No,
life immediately.
no,
It's
don't
2
lose,
versus
please.
2, but no time.
Please.
Sandy in silence. Just have to play here for red time.
Ah, you lose it.
Healthcare though. He's got the
Oh.
plan. Nape was
Oh,
denied.
you have vertical.
Denied it, though.
But where's the info coming from? You had one bulletproof cam, it's deployed armory side. How is he able to wall bang it?
1C, 15
I guess he shot from armory, not vertically.
seconds.
Why did it come so close? You are alive in armory, one's office. Beat has crossed, Beat kills 2 people. Your guy in CC dies, I'm assuming. Okay, Rattler dies armory. That forces. Okay, Rattler. Speakeasy and Ape probably pushed armory. Oh, because you surrendered the 90 box hatch thing, no, that you had reinforced. That's why they were able to push into armory and the round came much closer. You had vertical. Acha. Ah, it's tough to die from armory. There's no way Sandy is rotating from CC to armory and they won't notice. Good round, but came very close. I guess you could have expected the push a bit more. You see how the Trojan horse problem arrived, right? They pushed into archives. You and one more guy got distracted into peeking archives along with Beat who had it covered. And the guy who came in from armory like Speakeasy and Ape, I guess they got both of you. Which made the round much closer than it should have been. Because even if the round was not as late, if I had to recommend a push on this site, that is what I would recommend. Mixing up armory and CC. Archives and CC and armory. Mixing up those up. Maybe one guy pushes east, then office.
Stick to their guns. They held the positions that they wanted. They then realized that it was.
But discipline was good. The fact that you played border without giving a pick till the last 25 seconds, guys deserve to be at a major, man.
The best time, so not perhaps being put under a ton of pressure there from the attack.
Bomb located by attackers. Attackers are moving to
Site is workshop, that wall is being reinforced. Almost meta at this point. For the new viewers who are watching, if you want to understand why they are reinforcing this wall when site is workshop, the reason is simple. If you let this window be open and you make this angle, cutting off the rotate, it becomes easier to pressure you without clearing you fully on roam. And then you can make a push out of it without entering. But if this wall is reinforced and you want to clear out the guys inside armory, then you need to hard commit by actually walking in. And since the site is not above, them walking in is less of an issue than them holding an angle on you and your rest of your team dying below.
attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
4 scoreline. And if this does end up being defender sided, then Elevate
Elliot was doing a lot
gonna
of
get very wary of the
fake
fact they're
angles
already
and
1-0
not
down
playing
in this
them,
series.
including
Hunters,
footholes in
theory,
supply,
4
more
rounds
holes in
away from booking a
CCTV.
date.
You guys have the
Dire
same
Wolves,
intent,
that's
but your
one way to
setup
kind
is
of look at this
simpler.
and frame this.
But you are playing comfort ops.
I don't
So
need that many more rounds.
I don't have any
Elevate gonna win this
complaints
map
with that on
openly.
border. Border is
Taking
not a
their
very
middle
util
clubhouse.
heavy.
Long way to go for them. Garland's just sort of lurking around supply at the moment. Down below though, that's the push now for Elevate, looking to try and overcut this ball in attention, but denied.
What?
Not able to get through.
What did he even need, bro?
Not yet, at least. Looking to try and overcut
Where did you
this
take
ball into
this
tension, but
damage? Lance
denied.
shooting
not able to get through.
here. East,
Not
I'm
yet, at
assuming.
least.
I don't know. But yeah, you fell back. You left CC. 2-minute mark. As expected. But your setup is light, so there's no potential for you to stall more than that also.
Rattler though down below can feed information with the cardiac sensor for
Their intentions are very clear. Like Jitri, if you see as compared to your pushes, their intentions are very clear that they want CCTV and the part below it first.
And again, Elevate not having too many
Regardless of sight actually.
on the ground inside of the map, and Hunters
Jiggle peeked the guy on
quite
break.
comfortable
Okay.
in giving them that much ground. They do then run the risk of the execute being critically important late round. It was very dice, very close last round. So
Left it too
it's
late.
something to keep in mind. Yeah.
Just left it too late, and that was the biggest issue. When you've only got 15 seconds left, you have to start making some swings and some pushes that you probably don't want to. It allows the defense to get some extra trades. That's
Capcan
what
trap
you
doing
need in
wonders
some
again.
technology.
You guys left
Just the
most
one
of top
full
floor
thumbs up.
except armory. Very old school.
Half health, and obviously it means that he's vulnerable.
You know, like how BDS plays it is. Let me open the blueprint for you. That would make it easier to explain. I pressed a horrible key. I hope it is showing on my stream. Yeah, it is. So, how BDS plays it is much different. So, you guys are playing it like old school, right? You had light hold in CC and you're playing armory. How BDS plays it is that even inside workshop, they will have Shaiko or somebody playing around this part of the map, a crossfire and fountain, a rotation here, and they will make the site almost like it's top floor and they'll fall back on the 1 minute mark. Then they will leave this. They won't leave unless it's less than 1 minute. They contest office also fully. So you gave them office freely. Again, it's a setup thing, right? It's a comfort thing. Some teams are not comfortable with having very extended setups, but teams like BDS on border, they do insane setups. Like they will play fountain, solo wall reinforce, rotation here, footholds here, and then play CC also. And CC, some cringe guy will play, maybe Frost or Alibi, who can stall more. You were playing Capcan, so eventually had to peek and fall back. So they stall more. Now I want to see whether you win this round or lose this round off of the strategy. Because if you win anyway, then who am I to blame anyone? Technically, I don't have to blame anyone, but because we are doing this for the sake of South Asia, so. This foothold is also good. There's no shield stuck on the left of it, or maybe it was broken already. They walked into side directly, and you guys were playing passively above. How did this happen?
Turnaround. To fruition.
You had Capcan and Oryx above.
Seconds remain as the
You had one
goes
guy
out
watching
help.
vertical near
Yeah,
small
he
room
gets
hatch.
tagged up as well.
That's silence. There you have beat
Through the
bathroom
wall.
side and Pulse with him.
From Sandy.
And somehow
Oh,
both
the
of them
Oryx, a
died to
wonderful
AP.
turnaround shot to sit down, told you, but a couple of shots for Elevate, more than a couple now.
Oh.
3 in quick succession. Sandy loses his life as well in the drop down. Beat.
I mean, I guess it's a problem of doing the old school passive setup, right? We didn't hear the Iana's walk in open. Acha. Oh, and he must have let him cross the waiting to blue thing, right? And that's how all of you died there. Yeah, that's tough, buddy. That's just tough. But then again, because you are playing so textbook, no? Like how old border used to be played. It's not tough to figure you out and go for kills directly. So, like, Something unorthodox has to be done with
The
this.
timely
How you
burst,
handle your
it's
late
three
round on
more
this
to
side.
salvage this one. The Hunters, the rush from Al.
Hmm. 3-5. You guys do a good comeback in this also. And the way you play your overtime, pre-overtime round, no, that had some insane discipline. Like you earned my respect even more after that, for sure. I like how you are playing this thing, Thorn. I do find her to have a good place in the meta. She is a good, like old school entry information operator where you have barbed wire and 3 traps. So even if they don't secure you any kills, you'll always know where they are coming from. And you have 5 pieces of utility to make sure that your blind spots are covered. I like Thorn for that. Ella's good, but Ella's gun is not versatile. Like she also has the same kit mostly, 3 traps and 2 barbed wires, but I like Thorn better for it. Taking CC again. Your side is bathroom terrace. You reinforced both fountain walls. Kite charge should be below, I'm assuming. Okay. Textbook so far. The way you are playing it is, you're not playing CC, which is fine. It's a strategic choice for bathroom tellers. You're playing east. Wait, what? Did you not barricade passport? How did he walk up on you? Did he jump down? I think he jumped down. Oh, bro. That is just sad for Rattler. He's playing east without ADSs. He fell back. Those vertical angles are good. I feel like you can take those vertical angles to the next step also. So what you can do is, like what W7M does is, I don't know the exact angle specifically, but if you open top part of this wall and somewhere here you can watch that east door all the way from inside tellers, I think, or probably from this part of the map. One of the two things. That maybe could have been done. So what they did is they just pressured Rattler there, and Speakeasy jumped down and killed him, which is big ball. Got traded. Trade is good.
Jittery fortunately does at least trade. That's not the worst result.
Yeah, and obviously he'd
Rattler, well, he's just caught off guard.
Where is silence?
Forward.
too easy.
Like here on this initial push, doesn't look like there's too much of a hold here. And
Silence
Rattler, well,
must be the armory guy, I'm
up on
assuming.
top of the stairs. Jittery fortunately does at least trade. That's not the worst result.
Oh, he died
Yeah, and obviously
vertically.
in Talon's bathroom, you really want that extension up above. They've got that shield over
Man.
his fountain. Hatch opened up. So
Now Sandy's stuck here alone. It's tough for him to do much out of this. Yeah, see, there's a crossfire and you're not. Your guy on East is dead. You were not able to retake it. There's no rotation or in or out. You know, like the way you are playing Office is again. Like it's a strategic choice. I know teams do it, but what I prefer instead is that you have a rotation on East and you play East harder. So you can play in and out of it more. Suppose if it's a CC oriented push, then you play East more. You don't play Office. You push. You watch your archives push from East. Maybe take a castle or shields for that, or Azami is available here. And if it's an east-sided push, then you can simply either reinforce the rotation there, or that like then you should be able to play in CCTV and armory more. But because you're not playing CCTV, then your options get more limited.
confined. But this confined
Sandy up there alone, there's only so much he could have done, right?
A whole lot of pressure from below.
Even if he
Jittery
falls
trying to
back,
downplay
like
Aniket.
1 minute
Eventually
30 seconds
breaks
left,
through, gets the kill.
3v5
Brings it
or
back to
3v4 or
2
whatever,
versus
even
3.
with
Could
falling
be a
back, it's
common
not the
trend in
best
second
move.
half, where Elevate
These tier 1 teams, the moment you
was
give them
kind of
vertical,
at
they
this
just
lead
screw
and
you over.
disadvantage in these rounds with the extra numbers. Nitrocell there from below misses the mark, and again everything is just going the way of Elevate. All these little marginal mini games, these little fights, Elevate are pulling out ahead. And they've given up complete control above, again, with a minute remaining.
2v4. You have a guy playing custom and a guy inside. Custom guy is low HP. Crossfire
Sounds like
potential is low.
Beat is in an awkward position, but he might be good. I was gonna say maybe.
Oh boy,
workshop, but
that's a very
Prodigy
long angle. Is
finds him. Jittery spot
that's
out.
like CCTV to what? Blue.
40 seconds on
It's a
clock.
very big angle.
Good down.
Huh?
They went up above, and caught
You
in the
win
trap.
this?
So barcode in the 1v1.
You win this?
There's no
Question
one
mark?
to obviously go and do anything with this, and Barco will be able to get
Are.
revival. In fact, never mind.
Ooh.
Forget the revival. He'll just get the kill.
Nice try. I guess he baited the
I want to say
revive.
this from
Yeah.
his sort of point of view. Just got off it immediately.
Nice try.
got a sound
Almost.
cue,
Almost.
and running on side. He scored.
Like
I
again,
think
if
now-
you give up top floor and you're not committing to the hold more, there's playing side can only do so much, because in bathroom tailors also you just set up east, you walk into tailors from the breach and you go for plant. There's not much else you have to do as an attacker. That's what Elevate also did.
Been intrigued as to why they elected to let border through when their game plan does feel a little bit dated.
Might as well give more of horizontal than more of
Really is
vertical.
aggressive as it needs
That's
to
what
be
I
against
think
a
of
team like
bathroom
Elevate,
tailors.
because, I mean, you give any good team an inch, they'll take a mile.
From what I have understood about watching all the border matches so far, no, like not just yours but everyone's, is that for bathroom tellers it's tough to play office directly, but it's better to play around it everywhere, even including east. Like on east it's tough for you to survive, but it's better. Okay, 3-6. Match point, same lineup as before. Valk is available. You guys are not running Valk. That is a missed opportunity. You guys, Monkey Hunters, sorry. Monkey Hunters is not running Valk. It's a missed opportunity. There's one hard breacher,
Long way
uh,
back here for Hunters.
2 soft breachers, 4 nades.
I think very much
Which is
looking
there
to
to get what
head all over the
exactly?
clubhouse with
Comfort pick, I guess.
really some questions as to how they can actually stop Elevate, because Elevate here on board have looked far and away better to what we saw in Villa, and then you kind of then start to ponder, was it a one-off? Did Elevate just kind of slip up over on Villa? I mean, to be fair, I thought Hunters played really, really well. And gave them every shot coming over the border here and securing their place in the semi-final. A major defining semi-final. Well, they're not done yet. Sandy gets an opening kill on to Tolji. That's the hard breacher. Taken off.
Wait, where did he get that kill? Sorry, my energy is running low, guys.
Kind of slip up over on Villa. I mean, to be fair, I thought Hunters played really, really well. And gave them every shot coming over the
Did he
border
just
here
run
and
out?
securing their place in the semi-final.
I feel like he just... Yeah, he just ran out and killed Toji, because Toji was on Rappel last time also. Works!
Taken off the board. Nice
1000 type of
early
strategy,
kill. I
but
think
simple
this one
run out
Hunters
also
are just gonna go for it.
works.
They've got to start pushing these kind of positions. Start to meet the fight with Elevate.
It's good. You're not playing that much afraid. Border, you have to take risks, even on defense. You
And I think, yeah, I
get
think
boxed
the
in,
aggressive
and
box
it's
out
very
from Main
easy
Entry,
for the
example.
attackers to execute. They
get a
have
couple
too
of
much
kills for it.
time,
So
too small a map.
surprisingly, guys, proactiveness works for Hunters. Shocking.
Who would have guessed? Question will be though, can they do it 3 times in a row? And it's going to be tough. It's going to be very, very tough. This has been pretty much an uncharacteristic round.
Valk was not the hacker in this round. That is Sandy.
Just need to see that a little bit earlier though.
He's
A
disciplined.
sloppy. And
Not just discipline, the amount of times that he can switch
a
from
way.
insane aggression to
Just
discipline.
allowing Elevate to get good map control, good. You get that information, play off of it. I'm surprised they're also not bringing the Valk as well. Really good opportunity to get these Valk cams out, up above, top floor, play off of them with the
Finish this, have to finish this.
The Ella and the Grismot mines from B.
Site is workshop. You have a CC hold again. It's a lighter hold. I have given my opinion on it already, but that's okay. I hope you don't give your top floor quickly this. Hello, oh. Bro, that is insane. Sandy at this point is like, round to jitwana padega, guys.
Elevate off guard.
Jitna padega.
What? Again, aggression. This is what we're expecting, this aggression to double down here.
1 kill.
Sandy, oh my god.
Like the guy behind him on drone is just chilling. You know, he's like, everything's on fire, but I'm fine. I mean, oh god. Okay, 1 kill. Where do you die? You Okay, you die from the window guy, but he does not know that Ella is close, and Ella also jumps.
So it is a 4v4.
It's
But
crazy.
again, aggression.
And not just aggression also, the caster is missing. It's aggression that Archive's aggression was done together, which was good.
Versus 3 early on though.
3v3 fallen back on 2 minutes 17.
And
I mean,
that's
it's the
what
safer
yeah,
way to go. You got
sometimes
their
don't get the advantages in the last
vertical.
round. It's a
No,
5v3.
they have
In
both
this round, it's
vertical.
a 3v3, but at least you're going to put a dent into the offense of Elevate. Now they're going to play around the fact that they've got no hard breach in this round.
You have pulse also. You have C4 options. You have silence with you.
Play straight through that Griswold mine. Going to be following up on though. But this is where I'd love to see Sandy find a way to get involved in the round rather than just sit down below. And basically sitting on site right now as well. Find a way to be able to flank back up.
Rattler calls silence to place the C4. Basic but effective coordination.
Rattler can just call it with the cardiac
He can
sensor.
call the boom. Barcode never hears it coming.
Really well
Sees
played
it
there from
coming.
Hunters.
Cool.
Really well
3v2.
communicated, and they get a big kill. Suddenly it's a 3 versus 2. And then the question still begs, do you send
So
Sandy
they
up,
have
low on health
two
on the orange,
vertical
maybe just hold on
operators,
site? Never mind,
but
it just gets
he has
sprayed
to
down from
open the
above
hatch with
anyway.
Gone 6.
Big kill for Arpe,
Man.
brings it back again, 2v2, and suddenly we're getting this
You
back
see,
and forth
Elevate
back
has
to
their
what we saw
lapses
Villa.
too, right? Like they are a tier 1 team, but
Where do they go for the plant though?
still they are not perfect. And our region can beat them and should beat them.
Actually try
You guys were really close. Next stage we have to send it full.
a little bit easier.
Okay, basic hatch drop, planting by the rack.
Arpe to cover.
Vertical, he messes up.
Get denied unless that player's
Okay.
ever run through the vert. Arpe got timed a little bit there. One of the defenders did go deep, and there it is, Rattler.
Go
So
above,
2v1.
go above.
Arpe with
That is good coordination also. The fact that you both are on the same page of going above, no?
They're going to rush together at the same time. They go one by one. Rattler, well, yeah, a little bit too slow. Silence went really early.
There's no
there.
suspense. I know
Now
you
Rattler,
win this,
don't know
but
how
when
you
I was
win these
watching it at the
hits,
time,
nutty pre-fires. 20 seconds.
I
goes
was
the
just
back
crazy
star,
worried
Arpe.
about Rattler, bro.
He sits, he waits, he
Hey!
sets the angle, shoots early, shot too early. With a skeleton key, he thought he could
What?
finish him off. He goes
He
early,
might as well have
Rattler
ran
misses.
outside and just
Does that
chilled.
maybe
But
just
no.
rattle Elevate
Ape.
a little bit?
What a
6-5,
stupid
and the
ape. No wonder
comeback
his name
on.
is Ape.
No, it's just a straight miss.
Wow.
It's a 1v1. You look at the clock. He needed to waste 4 more seconds. Didn't need to be up close. Shouldn't have had the shotgun out. Got caught in an awkward position. And Rattler punishes.
Oh, unlucky. What is happening?
That's too wholesome in the chat. I'd be going full BM mode after that with question
5-6.
marks.
Oh,
Nothing to
question,
lose.
yeah, just one question mark.
Just one. Yeah. Or you
Yeah.
do. Or what you do is you say 3, 2, 1, and then everyone on the team does a question mark.
all 5 at once. That's the play.
Yeah. That's a classic.
That is definitely the caster stack specialty in our on our end. So 6-5, and now it's tense here. If this goes to overtime, kind of sit back. Extensions up above have got to be.
It's aggression. Often I would say it needs to be controlled and it needs to be whatever. I think at this point, so seeing some of these power positions.
Pressure on Elevate.
This is a
On the
quick
attack
round.
as well. To finish off this round, so they get.
You guys are not holding
3.
customs or CC,
No
so
presence
that
at
means
all
they
from
can
Hunters.
thoroughly
Fairly
clear
just play that
the
straight vert up
southwest
above.
part of the
Rattler
map in
towards
no
east
time.
stairs, very much a power position.
Your office hold is better. You have 3 people around it. Did you? I guess you reinforced off the triple wall rotation, right? Have to say. Acha, there's no rotation, just angle then.
Don't have to sort of, play super aggressive. Firmly just
Check it.
pressure on Elevate on the attack as well to finish off this round. So they get security for free. No presence at all from Hunters. Firmly just wanted to play that straight vert up above. Rattler over towards east stairs. Very much a power position.
No, he reinforced the solo wall late round.
Opened up as
Okay,
well, so you
okay,
can't watch
okay,
from
okay,
that,
okay.
waiting, or top waiting room push.
That's good. 3-way office hold relying on
And
vertical
then it's
angles
fine to sit
also.
in this vert position.
The attackers, they
Don't
took
have to sort of,
CC quickly,
play
but they're not
super
relying on
aggressive,
clearing
breaking
customs properly.
security.
That's the problem.
Rattler loses his life though. That's a big loss. Someone has to either backfill that, or you got to at least be wary of the fact that Elevate have now got top east stairs control.
See, Sandy's doing the right thing here, not playing office boxed in. Took in armory.
In this series so far.
And you see why he's able to play so aggressive also. Like, I mean, I know Jittery knows, but the viewers, for the rest of the viewers, it's like, because there's no pressure around him of elsewhere, archives and all. He just has to watch that one door. And when there's a bottleneck, he shines. He just re-peaked it, very crisp, clean, got the kill. His team won the round for it.
From Sandy, can't expect any more from him. Jittery got one. Traded though was silenced by Healthcare.
3v2.
3 versus 2, couple of low members, those being Sandy and Jittery. Healthcare and Speakeasy, some absolute OGs in the APAC Siege scene. Gonna do
3v2. 1 minute left. You have one guy playing workshop, one guy on site, third guy. Okay, customs. Yeah, it's good crossfire. Frost and Capcan need to work together when they are pushed. But if they give a solo pick, then that's a disastrous thing. Okay, they use the sound of the
Drop
breaching
down
charts
into
as
buff
distraction
and they
and
go.
drop. So the good thing that you guys are doing is here, you guys hunters, they are doing good here, is that they realized that they cannot play inside bathroom and they may die to cheap spots. So what they did is they conveniently gave it, and then they'll plan for a retake once the plant is done or when the plant is going down, because then it's a 1v3 against the guy who's covering. And you're not overextending, nobody's speaking, chilling out, taking their time. Good,
So Healthcare
like
will
good
plan,
coordination,
and to watch will be
good
Speakeasy.
discipline, good knowledge of what's about to
Hunters
happen
should
next
be
also.
aware of the fact that the presence inside a bathroom is confirmed. Big kill from Speakeasy, traded though by Sandy. 3 in the round. Can he make it 4? Healthcare, plant down, confirmed. Swings 1.
Like, look at the
finds kill.
discipline from
Into the
Beat
bucket.
also.
Where's
He
the
doesn't
push though from
commit
Sandy?
to it,
Has to be
and
quick.
only
Beat
does when
though,
Frost
that's
comes
him.
there.
Healthcare loses the fight. We go to overtime.
This is the type of thing that I love to see. Like,
What a performance and what a turnaround
man,
from
our region
Hunters.
deserves to be there.
They will
Send
not
us to the
go
majors,
out
please.
silently here on board.
God.
OT it is, and only 2 rounds away from the semi-final matchup with the Direwolves.
Oh, look, fair effort to elevate at the end of the 1v5.
Defense twice. So right now they're actually, in my mind, in the box seat to now win this map. Defensive twice on a defense-sided border as it's kind of played out. Elevator one's really up against it. And they're certainly not going to bring out any kind of strange tactics here to try and
Yeah,
take
see, like, you guys are relying on a different version of that castle barricade on this double door to make sure that your rotation is not watchable from back door. But it's the same solution in a different manner. These 2 reinforced walls, I mean, they did not
Armory
change
Archives
the
don't
outcome of
really
any of your
easily run
rounds.
blitzes or anything like that. They bring out the Dockerby for Speakeasy. Now watch that one, because at times Dockerby can very much be a staple in the Southeast Asian region. We've seen some big time players with the DMR. The Logic Bomb's definitely going to be very helpful as well in the entry with the Yana and the Ash, the Lion. It's an aggressive looking lineup here for Elevate.
The way our region plays border so far is almost European style, but the play style is APAC.
Oh, healthcare.
You tried a run out there, Jittery, my friend. Oh man, big risk.
Yeah, what's the response then? Like,
Yeah,
Hunters,
they
though,
had
oh,
guy
Healthcare
expecting.
shuts down Jittery.
Worth it,
Got a little bit
considering that they were
overzealous.
able to do the same to you, but they had 2 people on that balcony. Just providence, bro. Just providence.
Lockdown break room at the moment, using that as army barricade. You can also watch the hallway.
I don't like how Beat is playing this portion. It's very boxed in, not enough place to rotate. The moment he steps out, he's super exposed.
Spot, and Elevate may look to
It's an interesting place to play, but not very strong. And plus, you don't have castle barricade, so your east security is not there.
No chance of it getting
Interesting,
refreshed.
but questionable. Again,
Flash towards the hallway. It's beat
Healthcare OG is a bot, so it works. Not a problem.
Takes out Healthcare. And you can see how much control now Hunter's still.
Acha! Oh, is that why you are reinforcing the 2 walls on the left? You can play that spot. Acha.
However,
Okay.
was at 90 possession,
Okay,
but it's
okay. I did not figure this out till this point, by the way. I call myself a coach.
Speakeasy that takes out.
Then though it makes sense. You are playing an awkward spot, but with an interesting angle and good coverage, so you can bait people into swinging you, where your teammates can take over, or you can get a kill on break door, who will underestimate your
Frost is gone.
angle.
Straight through office.
That is
now,
good.
Again, the DMR so strong. And
What
you can see
happened
how
meanwhile
much
I was
control
talking?
now Hunters still have over towards that 90 possession, but it's Speakeasy that takes out Silence. Frost is gone. Straight through.
Yeah, the
office
guy
now.
on solo wall did not have crossfire
the
because the
DMR
fountain
so
guy could
strong.
not kill Speakeasy.
And he find a kill. Sandy somehow
That's a
still alive
timing
in the wall
problem.
and just barely. And Ape is the one that's down. That should be.
Elevate timed it well, honestly. The fact that at the same time Yana walked into archives, one guy jumped in the window. It's good.
And the DMR so
Their
strong.
play here is good. They sped it up,
Find a kill.
but they
Sandy
played it
somehow
simple
still
and
alive in
effective.
the wall,
Tolji's
but
on
just
new balcony
barely.
as well.
And Ape is the one that's down.
Tolji's at a place where he can
That should
make
be in a position to
opportunities.
Maybe get revived. Sparko gets the kill. It's falling apart defensively for Hunters. Much better from Elevate.
Elevate played it good, really. You guys did not play it bad. Your runout was unlucky. Beat made it a 4v4, but the simple crossfire between Fountain and the solo wall did not work, and the solo wall guy was playing really passive. That worked out in his favor, against his interests. You must be able to swing from solo wall, and the guy who's playing solo wall should be playing an operator that excels at close range. Kite does not exactly excel at close range. Best would be a mute or Ella or something like that, which is better suited to close range. Let me just confirm which operator died there, but I don't think I'm saying correct. Frost, acha, not Kite. I mean, point still remains the same, right? Frost's gun not the best there. She has the trap, granted, but like Elevate was playing Frost inside archives, which is better suited to that. You don't have mute. Yeah, like given your lineup, I don't see any better alternatives also to play there. All of them are the same thing only, range wise. Last round.
Map out and send it to Clubhouse. The third map in this series. The final map.
How will Hunters look to deal with this util that's been overwhelming for them in the past?
Oh.
I tell you what, if he gets plucked there with a stray shot,
Yeah.
6,
let's call it a
7,
day. I mean,
sight
he
is
hasn't been
bathroom
performing that
terrace.
great though, to be fair.
I mean, at this point, if I was Hunters, my gas would be running out, my energies would be running out, really.
Let me set the expectation for
Taking customs for free is good.
Never know. That
I
could
hope
be
you are able to take
one
CC
round.
along with it. That makes for a good southwest consolidated push.
You never know. He's found himself in a good spot earlier.
Now, the IQ here from Sandy is getting the Valk cams, it's also getting the view chambers, and it's also getting the EDDs. So a lot of information here in clearing out this utility, and it's going to
You
help.
don't have
Hunters a
other
lot,
parts
but
of the
it
map
also
under
takes the
control.
time to
Inside his
deliver it.
bathroom.
So
You're getting
not
armory
expensive,
also
they
for
go
free.
fast-paced here, and it's super important that obviously
I guess
keep
Hunters
it
could
alive.
have realized,
Keeps you 5 players alive, gives you more
Could have.
avenues to clear out this util to play off of Sandy on the IQ. 11 and 6. I mean, off the back of what did he drop? 18, 19 over on Villa. Talk about consistency from Sandy, but he's playing a different role in this round. And he's very, and also, yeah, you got bulletproof cameras to get rid of too.
nothing
So,
shabby so
90
far.
seconds
A little
to
slow on the
pass
time management
off this information, off this
because
IQ.
CC should have been gotten sooner. If you have a guy in custom, he should be able to accelerate your entry into CCTV.
Yep, Sandy's seeing what he can see. I mean, it's not
If
the
the
worst
90
boost
cam
so
is still
far at
there,
the
why
moment
is he
for
not
Hunters. It's
shooting
pretty
it?
Speedy, but still 5v5.
Huh?
Need to leave time for the. And he's seeing what he can see.
Both holes are not reinforced. Are they? Really? The way he got 90 cam is a basic thing, but I don't understand why he had to swing it to get it. And it's tough to see on
It's
stream
not
if
the
it's
worst boost so
reinforced.
far at the moment
Here,
for
whatever.
Hunters. It's pretty speedy, but still 5v5. Need to leave time for the execute.
Because the cam was there for such a long time, that endangers
They'll begin now to
the
push forward.
defenders being able to predict their push
Who's gonna
later
lead
on.
the charge? Who's going to be the one to find these picks? Jittery is still down below, watching the rotation back towards site. But we need to see these other attackers actually force these defenders to move, and
Right,
Barco
move.
has locked down Fountain. With those
Are they
barriers,
forcing metal without...
and they haven't even really
He's-
pressured it at all here. Hunters
without
just
triple wall, I
stacking
mean?
over towards 90. Rattler take it down. Jittery take it down. Elevate. Very, very close to taking
So you have...
this map.
I don't get this first. Like, you have multiple guys 90. You have one guy peeking office door, but nothing else more than that. You're relying on this fountain angle, and you must be having a cam that metal is clear, armor is clear. It's interesting, but the fact that you're not pushing fountain is very linear. And beat is solo, he'll die to the office solo window guy.
He has no information to really go off of. Elevator just tucked in, clears out fountain. Down he goes in towards archives. It's a big,
2v2
big
still
kill.
doable,
Beat
I
as
guess.
well. Takes out healthcare.
15 seconds. Side is bathroom tellers. You guys are still clearing above. You guys did not hunters did not enter into armory and did not pressure archives appropriately. They instead forced 90 breach, fountain breach, and tried to get informant directly with the guy on office door. But none of them could commit because the entry points were questionable. There was no live info for anybody, and nobody took a risk. So that stalled them for time, and that stalled them off the round and our chances of going into the major. But yeah, see, like 10 seconds left, no diffuser. I mean, round's pretty much over. You can say it. Nice try. Like, they had a good comeback going. 3 round solid comeback. But by the end of the game, with their gas running out, sadly, that was as far as it goes. Sucks to see it, man. So much potential hunters had, so much discipline they had, so much nice ideas they had. Their team was playing with cohesion. The comeback rounds were there. They had ideas in mind that they were willing to commit to. But almost there. Maybe our region gets in next time. I just want Hunters, Shaheens and us, or even Won't Stop Peeking, and somebody to go there, smack these Asian teams left, right and center, and finally make our region proud, man. There's a lot of permanent regret going on within us that we just simply cannot go across the line, do anything, which pains my heart. But regardless, thank you so much everyone for joining. This was a new concept for me. I have not streamed solo before, talking to myself and the chat. So it's interesting. Also very energy consuming, surprisingly. So good night, Shubhratri, Shabba Khair. Have a good night. Take care. Thank you for joining. Have a great time.